Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. Because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quickstar's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quickstar's here for you whenever you need us.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
Let me ask you a question. What has 27 challenging holes, bent grass fairways and greens, a great location just 5 miles northwest of Des Moines, a perfect setting and venue for corporate and fundraising golf events, a driving range, season passes for avid golfers, and a great food and beverage division? You're right. The answer is Beaver Creek Golf Course, the same place I have never ever seen a beaver. If you like to golf, you'll really like Beaver Creek.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network. You've been listening to the Whipples Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. When you plant Whipples, you're not just choosing superior seed corn, you're making a statement. One that says staying independent, staying family-owned means something on your farm. So make your choice. Plant your independence. Plant Whipples. Hawkeye football is on the air. Brought to you by Steel. This fall, power up with Steel, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By your local Ford dealers. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Linux and your local Linux home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football. Also brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Mid-American Energy is proud to deliver affordable, reliable energy to you all season long. Pioneer, proud to be the one you count on when every bushel counts since 1926. Shields, proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes and football fans everywhere. And by US Cellular, built for the Hawkeyes. Built for silencing notifications and turning up the noise. US Cellular, built for us. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. Now, let's join Gary Dolphin and former Hawkeye great Pat Angerer for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Friday Night Lights from New Jersey, Iowa, and Rutgers to kick off in the Big Ten opener here shortly. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Go around the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa football. Thanks for tuning in on KBOE in Oskaloosa, 104.9 FM. Up in Iowa Falls, you can catch the Hawks on KIFG, 1510 AM and 95.3 FM. In Waukon, it's KDHK, 99.1 FM. In Shenandoah, KCSI, 95.3 FM. And in the Quad Cities, welcome new affiliate, WQUD, 107.7 FM. Got the Hy-Vee coin toss coming up in just a minute. Hawkeye away games are presented by the Eastern Iowa Airport, CID. with 5 airlines, 18 non-stop destinations, and more than 400 one-stop connections to popular destinations. It's the Hawkeye Nation's #1 choice for travel. Thank you, Eastern Iowa Airport, for your partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks, fly, CID. Hawks will fly back tonight after this game. Hopefully open up the Big Ten season in the right way. Expected to land around 3 a.m., 3:30 tomorrow morning. We'll be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. Get ready for Indiana and homecoming next week. Here come the Hawks. Here comes the Swarm. 10 years ago this very day, Pat Anger was part of the Swarm. No, he was no longer at Iowa, but he was that night. He and Chris Doyle had a big paw and an arm underneath the wings of Brett Greenwood as he made a triumphant return to Iowa City and Kinnick Stadium and the Swarm, Pat, after some real serious health issues. And it's great to see Brett doing as well as can be expected these days.
Yeah, that was a special night. Brett's a warrior, and what a great welcome back from the fans and from the players and from Coach Ferentz and Coach Doyle. It was special, man. If I talk more about it tonight, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. So that's about as far as I can go on that.
There wasn't a dry eye in Kinnick Stadium, including mine, as we watched from up above on Kinnick Stadium. So, Brett, we know you're tuned in. Hi to you and your family and everybody in Pleasant Valley and Bettendorf and the Quad City area.
Brett did never beat Bettendorf. I want that on.
They're
absolutely.
Rivals, right?
He gives me crap about it all the time. But PV did beat Bettendorf this year, so he's got bragging rights.
For now. Tonight's coin toss is brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Our officials tonight include referee Jason Nickleby, the umpire Mike Pilarski. Jason Nickleby is the referee, the head linesman Bruce Keeling. We'll get the rest to you in a minute. Rob Brooks now has the coin toss by Hy-Vee. Robbie?
Hawkeye 4 captains to midfield: Gronowski, Jones, Herkett, and Intringer. And as you mentioned, Dolph, the referee Jason Nickleby. That's the voice that you will hear. And Gronowski will make the call, heads or tails. Hawks call heads. And we're going to have a little redo.
Microphone not working, huh?
Okay, so took 2 tosses, but the Hawkeyes toss and have elected to take the football as Mark Gronowski took his hands in the air, pulled them down, and said, "We want it first."
And the lights go out, engulfing the field. But it's 4 straight weeks now they've won the toss, and Gronowski, he's hungry. He wants that ball right out of the gate.
And it shows the attitude and the mindset of not only our guys on the field, but Tim Lester. Hey, I want the ball. I want to get off to a fast start. I want to get going. I want to put the pressure on this defense and get these boys rolling. So I'm excited about it today. I think it's going to be a good start.
Our starting lineups are brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Let's look and tackle safety together. Always remember to stay away from down power lines and report them immediately. Find more electric safety tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com. Let's give you the Rutgers starters up front. Defensively, Jordan Walker and Eric O'Neill at the ends. Zaire Ngoy and Keyshawn Griffin are the tackles. Linebackers, Dariel Jabome, Moses Walker, and Cam Miller. The cornerbacks are Jacoby Henderson and Bo Masco. And the safeties, very good, very active. Kaj Sanders and Jet Elad. They'll rotate 3 or 4 safeties, and they're not afraid to come on a delayed blitz. Lights are back on. They're burning up a lot of juice tonight here. I guess it truly is blackout Friday now.
For all these strobe lights, it's back to my college days of, going downtown and, whatever it is. I don't know.
What was that, disco then?
Yeah, whatever you do, the disco stuff with the glow lights.
Disco. You and John Travolta, not even close. Quarterback Gronowski will turn and hand the ball off to, among others, Kamari Moulton. Welcome back, Kamari. Terrell Washington, Jazz Patterson, and Nathan McNeil. We'll get the rest of the lineup for you in a second here, but we're ready to go. Here comes a run-up by Jack Scullion, and the kickoff to Caden Weegan is taken 3 yards deep in the end zone, far side. He squirts across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's at midfield. Look out. One guy to beat. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa. Touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa special teams. Oh, check his time in the 100 there, baby. Just 102 yards.
Right alley return. Wasn't even touched. Didn't even get touched. Great job by our guys on the back end. That kickoff coverage team by Rutgers was averaging 8 yards a return. That is a huge statement right there, right off the bat, by our special teams.
That was in your keys to the game. Got to do better on special teams, on kick and punt returns. How was that for a starter?
Holy moly. That is so good every time.
The only guy left in his eyesight was the punter, or the kicker, and you knew it was all over at that point from the 35-yard line on in. Now Stevens for the point after try. Right through. 7-0 Iowa. Mercy. And we're 12 seconds into the game. 12-second 100 with bodies flying at Caden Weege.
I couldn't even drive a 12-second 100 right now. Man, what a great start.
How about a Shield scoring drive right out of the gate, Hawkeye Nation? We've got everything you need to get game day ready. Visit Shields, located in Iowa City, Des Moines, Cedar Falls, and Sioux City. Caden Weege, one play, 102 yards, maybe 3 if you take. Looked to me like he was 2-3 yards deep in the end zone. And he sprinted down the far sideline right in front of the Rutgers bench. And nobody had a chance to get him once he got to midfield. Well, I'll pick up on the other Hawkeye offensive starters later.
Yeah. Hey, gosh. Oh, man, so good. So such good blocking. Right alley return. And the hard part is, at some point they're going to stop kicking it to him, right? They're going to have to do something, squib it, do something. But
them and everybody else. Yeah. Back deeper, Ben Black and DT Sheffield. KJ Duff also drops back. He's their best wideout, 6'5", and he can fly. So now the Hawks will kick off leading 7-0 before the fans had a chance to sit down. Here comes the run up by Drew Stevens. And this one looks like it's returnable. Fair caught at the 4. Ben Black wanted nothing to do with the Iowa coverage team. And Rutgers will take over 1st and 10 at its own 25.
Weege would never fair catch it inside the 4, I'll tell you that much. That's all I'm going to say about that. I like our Iowa boys tonight.
Hawks up front go with the incomparable Aaron Graves at tackle alongside of Jonah Pace or Bryce Hawthorne. They'll alternate. Ethan Herkett and Max Llewellyn at the ends. Linebackers are left to right. Carson Shire, Jaden Harrell, Jackson Rexroth, and Zach Lutmer will drop down. Antwan Raymond is the tailback behind Athan Kaliakmanis. He's going to throw on 1st down. Hawks get pressure. Pocket closes. Pass complete to the 29. But an immediate tackle there by TJ Lee on DT Sheffield. Sheffield's got 12 catches on the year and a 16-yard average. So TJ's going to be glued to his backside all night long. Gain of 5. 2nd down 5. Kaliakmanis goes with the safe throw to start the game. They've had some injuries in the offensive line. See if that down 4 can get at the QB for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 2nd down 5. Kaliakmanis steps back, throws to the sideline, caught up near midfield. A wicked hit put on the wide receiver, but a catch just the same by KJ Duff. Xavier Wampa got him on the ground in a hurry, but a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Just a smash route where it's kind of, it's tough to go against in cover 4. Our corner's got to bail back a little bit more. However, the hard part is if he bails back, the guy in front of him is going to make the catch.
Nice throw and good protection for Kaliakmanis. Gain of 16, the ball at the 49 of Iowa. 7-0 here in Piscataway, just underway on a Caden Weege 102-yard return. 4 wideouts, 3 by 1. Here's Kaliakmanis. Throws on the run, and it's knocked away. Nicely done. Jumping in there was Lutmer, or check that, Cohen Ontringer. Reached in on KJ Duff and batted the ball away. Really good move by Ontringer as he broke on the ball as soon as Kaliakmanis let it go.
That was a great job by Cohen getting underneath that out route and breaking that up. He's been so tremendous for us with his athleticism, his leadership, and just the grit that he plays the game with.
That had pick 6 written all over. That was a lazy throw. He was going to tuck and run for something and then decided to force it in there. And Athan got away with one there out of Antioch, Illinois. Here he is on 2nd down 10. 2 by 2 now. 4 receivers, 1 back, 1 tight end. He's hit as he lets it go, and it's caught for a short gain of 3 or 4. 45-yard line. He had to get rid of the ball, and man, what coverage by the Hawks.
Yeah, great pressure. We sent a little pressure up the middle with our linebackers, and we're playing off a little bit, trying not to get beat deep. It's that bend, don't break, but it's a good job keeping the ball in front of us and get them 3rd and 6.
Lutmer tattooed KJ Duff with help from Max Llewellyn. 3rd down along 7, and they're going for it all. One-on-one coverage. It's caught inside the 5 at the 4. Lutmer in single coverage with DT Sheffield, and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights try to answer the Iowa kickoff for a touchdown with one conventional style. They've marched down the field. Now they're going hurry up. 40-yard pass play on 3rd down and 7. Nice play by Kaliakmanis. Here's a handoff, and the tailback gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Scarlet Knights. Antwan Raymond. Big hole over left guard. And an impressive start for the Rutgers offense.
Yeah, it was a great, efficient drive. Obviously, we can't get beat deep. We can't give up big plays. And on that last touchdown, we've got to wrap up. We've got to tackle. Tackling's been a little bit of an issue for us.
Hawkeye defense not used to having explosives on defense, but that 40-yard Kaliakmanis to Sheffield on 3rd down and 7. Big play. And from there, the tailback Raymond takes it in from 4 yards, and now the try for point after to tie it up. Jai Patel. Been solid to start the year. Perfect field goals, 5 for 5. Here's the try for point after, and it is good. And we have a tie game. Well, that didn't take long for Rutgers to answer. 6 plays, 75 yards, and used only 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, super efficient. I mean, quarterback really made some good plays. If he just would have, we could have forced him to hold that long pass play just for like half a second, Max Llewellyn would have taken his head off.
7-7 game. Well, how do you like this so far? We'll be back to Rutgers in just a minute. Iowa 7, Scarlet Knights 7. Big Ten opener. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Today's agriculture demands expertise, and no lender delivers more ag expertise than Farm Credit Services of America. More than simply having the financial products and services you need to do business, we have the knowledge and commitment to help grow your business. From financing the next season to growing the next generation, we work to achieve your goals. We're Farm Credit Services of America. Call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
A new day means so many things. Possibility and potential. New opportunities and challenges. And when you're building something that matters, you need a partner who truly understands. Iowa banks get this. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Whipples starting lineups for the Hawkeye offensive line includes center Logan Jones. Tackles are Trevor Locke and Jennings Dunker. The guards are Bo Stevens and Cade Pieper. They'll be out there in a minute after the Rutgers kickoff. Mark Gronowski at quarterback. We'll see if Kamari Moulton is welcome back with a starting role at tailback. Haven't seen the Iowa offense yet. Caden Weegan with a 102-yard kick return for a score. He's back deep. Let's see what Rutgers and Jack Scullion do. Will they kick to him again or kick it out of bounds? Here it comes. Scullion runs up, and this one's a little deeper. Caden will let that one go over his head and out of bounds. He got all of his leg into that one. Wide receivers for the Hawkeyes, Seth Anderson, Jacob Gill, and Sam Phillips. The tight ends are Zach Ortworth, Hayden Large, and DJ Vanami. And we will see the Iowa offense, led by Gronowski. So far, 37 of 63 passing, 306 yards, 60% completion ratio with 3 touchdowns. Picked off once, that in Ames at Iowa State. Jazz Patterson will start at the tail. Anderson splits wide left. Hawks go multiple tight ends. Phillips is out to the right. Gronowski to throw on first down. And he fires it down left to right, caught, and then dropped at the 40-yard line. Anderson had his mitts on it, but couldn't put it away as he was covered up by Jacoby Henderson, the left side corner. Gronowski got it to an open receiver, and I'm going to guess that Henderson reached in and pried the ball loose. We'll see on the replay.
I want a PI. I want a PI there. I think he would have caught that. I think that was PI.
He grabbed him by the jersey and flung him to the ground before the ball got there.
It's PI all day long.
Pass interference, I'm with you. Weegan goes in motion from the slot right. Gronowski up under center. Jones. Now they reverse to Weegan, and Rutgers saw that on tape, and they stuffed Caden for a big loss. Eric O'Neill, the defensive end, jumped right into the running lane, and Weegan had no chance, loses 5.
Yeah, they're coming out, they're loading the box. They're basically playing zero coverage. They're daring us to pass the ball here. And it worked out for them right there. They're bringing their linebacker up. He's mugging on our center. So we were trying to get to the outside to help out there.
3rd down, 15. See what Tim Lester dials up here. Eric O'Neill, a 260-pound senior from Staten Island, across the Hudson. So here are the Hawks in a 3rd and deep. Ball back at their own 21-yard line. Out of the gun, Gronowski. Step back, throws a fade route to the near sideline, and it is incomplete. Sam Phillips got his hands on it across midfield at the 43-yard line, but couldn't put it away. Al-Shadi Salam in coverage, and the Hawks will punt it away on a 3-and-out. Looked like they had a play, a hookup across midfield on 1st and 10, but Pat's right. The defensive back got away with a grab of the jersey, and no flag, no interference call, and so the Hawks will punt. And a lot of shifting going on out there. Here's the snap. Dakin gets it away.
Short.
And the ball hits at midfield, comes across midfield, still inbounds, now rolls out at the 35. Well, they got some pressure on Dakin.
Yeah, we're shifting, trying to get them messed up. Looked like they stepped over the line there. I don't know why that wasn't an offsides call, but what do I know?
We'll come back. Rutgers with its 2nd possession. See if the Hawkeye defense can turn them into a 3-and-out. 34-yard net punt for Reese Dakin, no return. 7-7 game. We're early on, 11:34 to play in the first period. This is Hawkeye football presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Whether you're cheering for the Hawkeyes or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling, our equipment designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
Hawkeye football from Rutgers. It's a 7-7 game, 11:34 to play in the first quarter. Gary Dolphin with Pat Anger. The Hawks have a 100-yard kick return for a touchdown to start the game by Weegan. And in just a few plays, Rutgers marched right down the field. Big 40-yard pass play set up a short touchdown run by Antwan Raymond. Kick for point after was good. It's 7-7. Well, that corn is turning a golden brown. Saw some being harvested this week. We grow corn in Iowa, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning, unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org, iowacorn.org to learn more. Let's get this defense pumped up.
Absolutely.
Matt.
I mean, they got to be pumped up. They just watched the guy balance a ladder on top of his head. I mean, if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what the hell does.
Kaliakmanis, what a first possession for his team. 4 out of 5, 70 yards, 40 of it on one play that set up their touchdown. And that was Raymond's 4-yard run for their only carry, and it was a touchdown. Now the Hawks got to hold them, get the ball back. 37-yard line is where it went out of bounds. The Dakin punt. Slot receiver goes in motion. Kaliakmanis runs the draw play, and it goes from good yardage off across the 40 to the 42 or 43-yard line. It's Raymond on the carry. Carson Shire hanging on for dear life, but 6 yards on first down. We're not used to seeing that.
Yeah, essentially you're inside zone and actually hit the backside B gap, and that's way too much on first down. We got to win first and second down.
Duff and Sheffield and Strong all split wide right. Wide side of the field out of the short gun. Kaliakmanis checks the sideline. Raymond, the tailback. Here he comes again. Nope. Yeah, they do give it to him. Kaliakmanis, I thought, pulled it back in and ran the other way, but Raymond does run straight ahead off right guard. It's going to be just shy of a first down. He got about 3, third down 1 from near midfield.
Yeah, here's one thing. If the quarterback's going to fake like he has the ball, you got to take him out.
Shire and Graves on that last tackle. Now Kaliakmanis does keep the ball and rushes straight ahead for another first down. 3 first downs for the Knights. They have a fresh set of downs at the 48-yard line of Rutgers. 10-17 to play first quarter. Tie game at 7. Hawks opening up on the road. Never easy in this league. 3 wideouts, a tight end, and a tailback. And Raymond has the call. Swings around left end and gets 3 across midfield to the 49 of the Hawkeyes. Xavier Wampa came up in run support. It'll be second down 7 for the Scarlet Knights. Graves and Hawthorne are the tackles in the middle of that Iowa line. Now Mike Merriweather comes in at one end. Brian Allen also. Shotgun snap to Kaliakmanis. Throws to the right side. It's caught at the 43-yard line. And not willing to go down without a fight was Ian Strong, his second catch. It is a first down. They say he got beyond the first down marker, forward motion. They put him at the 41-yard line of the Hawkeyes. That's a gain of 8. Jaden Harrell and TJ Hall combine on the stop. So now the short game by the Knights having a positive effect.
Yeah, and I think we're giving them too much credit for their receivers. We've got to challenge them. Our D-backs are good enough. They can challenge them.
Again out of the gun. Slot receiver wide left. Kaliakmanis looking that way. Now he comes back to the short side of the field. Oh, boy. They really backed off the receiver, gave him a big cushion. And Kenny Fletcher grabbed it, the tight end. He was in single coverage with linebacker Carson Shire. Carson was 5 yards off him. They get 5 there on first down. Dink and dunk.
Yeah, and then what they'll do, like they did earlier, is now they'll take a shot. Short, then take a shot.
And I'm sure the Hawks are aware of that. Second down 5, twin receivers to the wide side, single receiver to the short side. And again, Kaliakmanis in the gun. They run straight ahead with the tailback. That's Jayshon Benjamin, the junior from Pahokee, Florida. he squirms forward for a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Brian Allen holding his ground, the 265-pound junior from Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Quick snap. Here's Kaliakmanis to the sideline. 1st down catch inside the 30 at the 29. D.T. Sheffield chased by Carson Shire, but that's a hard cover for Carson. And it's another chain mover for Rutgers. It's 5 first downs. 1st and 10 at the Iowa 28-yard line. They're using a lot of time in this drive, too. 7:25 to play first quarter. Tie game at 7. Iowa, Rutgers. Now they do a spread formation here. Wing a tight end to the right. Athan Kaliakmanis throwing again. Steps up in the pocket. Lets it go. Has a man open. Incomplete. Just overled. In fact, honestly, I think Kenny Fletcher ran an in route when he was supposed to do a fade run.
Yeah,
and Kaliakmanis threw it right there, and then he reached out at the last with his right arm, but he was already overcommitted to the inside.
They're trying to run a wheel route on our linebackers, which is a great call. Get him thinking it's just going to be an out route, which they've ran on him recently, and then have him go upfield for that wheel route. That's a tough coverage job for a weak side linebacker.
Yeah, Carson Shire was in coverage, but he was open. Kaliakmanis, a little miscommunication there. 2nd down 10, ball back at the 28 of Iowa. 7-7 game midway through the first period. Kaliakmanis keeps the ball on a fake draw, runs, throws, got the tight end. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That's Colin Weber. Battered out of bounds by Jaden Harrell, who got over there. But a nice gain of 6. Give him 5. Call it 3rd down, a long 4. The ball at the Iowa 24. Clock winds down to 6:45 to play first quarter. 7-7 Iowa Rutgers. Rutgers off to a 3-0 start for the 4th consecutive season under Greg Schiano. Again out of the gun. 3rd down. Big play here for the Iowa defense. Kaliakmanis on a quick slant has the man wide open. Caught, still going inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal there. KJ Duff knocked down finally by Xavier Wampa. Well, these 3rd down conversions are concerning.
Yeah, and that was they just ran 2 slants. Just ran 2 slants to the weak side, and actually both of them were fairly wide open.
Deshaun Lee giving a lot of room. Here's a keeper by Kaliakmanis, gets a block, and he's into the end zone. 2 possessions, 2 easy scores for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And they answer the Iowa kick return for a touchdown with back-to-back scoring drives. Kaliakmanis, his first rushing touchdown of the season. Hawks have got to get some things cleaned up quickly on defense. It's too easy for Rutgers against a Iowa defense that has been airtight. 13-7 with the try for point after coming up. Once again, Jai Patel. He's 15 of 17 on PATs this year. He'll get 16 of 18. 12 plays, 63 yards, a 5.5-minute drive for Rutgers. And talk about punch, counter punch. They punched the Hawkeye defense right in the nose. And remember, if you're just joining us, Caden Weegan returned the opening kick 101 yards to the end zone for Iowa's score 12 seconds into the game. But Rutgers didn't flinch or blink, and here they lead at 14-7. This is Hawkeye Football presented by Walmart, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Learfield.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye Football.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Hawkeye football from Rutgers. Iowa trails the Scarlet Knights 14-7 with 6:03 to play first quarter. Rob Brooks has an update on an injured Seth Anderson on the Hawkeye sideline. Robbie?
Yeah, Dolph, when he tried to make that catch at midfield, limped off and then went into the medical tent, did come back, and looks like he's going to try to give it a go back with his position group. And then also the two players for Rutgers that were listed as questionable. Strong, the wide receiver, he started the game. And then the left tackle, Tyler Needham, who has 13 career starts, is in there at left tackle for the injured Dante Chin.
Thanks, Rob. Rob, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. All of our sideline reports from the Hawkeye chalk line, courtesy of U.S. Cellular and Rob Brooks. Associated Builders and Contractors of Iowa. Just like football, construction takes teamwork, training, and grit. Ready to join the team and become a champ? Visit abciowatrust.org. abciowatrust.org and learn more about building your future while building Iowa. Rutgers very impressive against that Iowa defense. Scullion will kick off. Weegan the lone setback. It would be nice to see him bust another one, but I got a hunch he's not going to have the chance. Here's another one well over his head. And they'll bring it out to the 25. Time for the Iowa offense to do something here now. The Hawks, Gronowski 0 for 2. Good to hear Seth Anderson appears to be okay. We shall see. Jacob Gill is out there. Actually, that's not Jacob Gill. Dayton Howard has come onto the field. Gill now does trot out. Chaz Patterson, the tailback. The Hawks need to grind some clock out here, trailing 14-7. Give that defense a chance to regroup. Gronowski in the gun. Patterson, the tailback. Hayden Large, tight end, goes in motion. He throws a block and a nice gain on first down. I see a flag now. Would be a gain of about 5 on first down. Let's check out the penalty flag.
Offside. Defense. Number 96.
All right, got an offside.
First down.
Got an offside on Keyshawn Griffin, the right side defensive tackle from Sicklerville, New Jersey. Hawks have had a few good players come to Iowa City from Sicklerville. I think Sean Green.
Sean Green was a bad man.
We could use him tonight, right?
He was a bad man, Sean Green.
So the Hawks get the gain, but also the down over. 1st and 5. Heavy package, couple tight ends. Receivers lined up right off the tackles. Fullback in there, and the Hawks are going to run it with Jazz, and here he goes. First down, across the 35 to the 37. Hawks try and get that run game going and keep Kaliakmanis off the field. He's 9 of 11 for 113 yards, a rushing touchdown. Jet Elad, the safety from Ontario, Canada, up to make the stop on Jazz. But a nice gain of 7.
And they're really stacking the box. They've got 8 guys in the box. They overloaded actually the side we ran it to. Jazz saw the whole back side, made a really, really good play downfield.
Outstanding blocking, especially from Hayden Large. Now the Hawks load up the left side with 3 wideouts. Single receiver to the top of the field. Large, one of the 3 on the bottom, goes in motion. Gronowski rolls out to the left, has a man wide open. That's Kamari Moulton. Welcome back to the party, Kamari, as he rumbles across the 45-yard line to the 46. That's going to be a gain of 8 on first down. Well-designed play, misdirection.
Yeah, it was great. We were trips extended, so we had our tight end spread out. He motioned in, was able to kind of pick the receiver so our running back could get out to the flat and Mark could hit him.
Yeah, and he had a middle linebacker, Abram Wright, trying to track him down. He did. An ankle tackle, but 2nd and 2 for the Hawks. The drive stays alive here. 4:25 to play first quarter. Now they're showing blitz, and they are blitzing. Gronowski, play fake, has time. They pick it up. He fires downfield, has a man wide open at the 40-yard line. That's Sam Phillips. Reverses motion, gets to the 30 of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And a big gain. Terrific blocking, picking up the blitz at the point of attack.
Ran a go route with Caden Weegan so he could clear out the deep over for Sam Phillips. Great job by our O-line, giving Mark time to throw and time for that play to develop.
25 yards on the Gronowski to Phillips. Completion. And now the Hawkeye offense out of first gear into second gear they go. 1st and 10 at the Knights' 30-yard line. Empty backfield for Gronowski. Couple tight ends, man in motion. They run the jet sweep with Washington. He's got room, he's got blockers. 20, 15, 10 out of bounds at the 8. It looked like a late hit out of bounds. Yeah, now the flags are flying. Heck of a play by Washington. Terrell turning on the afterburners when he turned the corner, and he gets down inside the 10, and more to come.
It was a tight formation, so we brought them in tight. We were able to get to the outside. Trevor Lauk going downfield, making blocks downfield. What a beast.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 9. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
A real cheap shot from
that was
Jet
dirty.
Elad. He should almost be ejected for that.
That was helmet to helmet, too. That was helmet to helmet.
Well out of bounds. Iowa may ask for a review of this. Half the distance to the goal.
And that's not like them. You know, they're a really well coached team. They don't do those things. They're not penalized a lot. That's not really like.
Well, they only give them to the 7-yard line. I don't understand that. He may have stepped out of bounds further upfield. Hawks go heavy package on 1st and goal. They're in the Case IH red zone. Jazz Patterson sidestep a blitzer, but not for long. Dariel Jabame wrapped him up around the kneecaps at the 6. Did all he could do to get 2 yards there. They're blitzing like every other down now. Bradley Weaver was in there too. 2nd down goal. Hawks are in the Case IH red zone. Get in the zone with Case IH. From planting to harvest, Case IH equipment is built to get the job done long after the last play. Visit caseih.com/Hawkeyes and go Hawkeyes. Hawks need to finish this drive. Diamond formation of 3 wideouts to the right, including tight end Large. 1 running back, Moulton. He's going to come on the draw. Straight down the gut. Over the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown, Kamari Moulton. 14-13 Rutgers. Point after try coming up.
Great downhill, powerful run by Kamari Moulton. Good push by our O-line, just really taking advantage of their weakness on that D-line. Great job by our O-line on that play.
The sophomore from Fort Lauderdale punches it in. Impressive drive by the Hawkeyes. 75 yards, 6 plays, courtesy of Shields and Shields Sporting Goods. Now the try for point after to knot the game up. Drew Stevens out of the hold of Ty Nissen, snapped by Ike Speltz. And here it is. Spot down, kick up, right through, 14-14. Boy, that was an impressive drive to answer after 2 quick touchdowns by Rutgers.
That was really good. You know, our guy, I love the play calls by him. He's very efficient. He's taken what the defense can give him. It was really good by our offense.
Hawkeye Football is brought to you by Cenex, proud to celebrate University of Iowa football. Fuel your fandom with your favorite snacks from your local Cenex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally. 14-14 with just a couple minutes to go first quarter. Iowa and Rutgers hooking up in a good one already. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
Hey, Hawkeyes, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Iowa t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Iowa in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Leaders know there's no guide to greatness. When everyone else says something can't be done, they know it only hasn't been done yet. True leaders weather the fiercest storms and look deep within themselves to rise above and help others find their way forward. At Great Southern Bank, we're proud to partner with visionaries that help raise the tide for all of us. And when you're ready to bring your vision to life, we'll be right behind you with award-winning support.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Hawkeye scoring drive, 75 yards, 6 plays, 3.5 minutes of clock used, and a 6-yard touchdown run by Kamari Moulton. Point after try by Stevens is good, and we're tied up 14-14. Iowa and Rutgers in this Big Ten opener from New Jersey. Hawkeye Nation, get your black and gold at Shields. We've got everything you need to get game day ready. Visit Shields, located in Iowa City, Des Moines, Cedar Falls, and Sioux City. Give a shout out to United States Marine Brett Sabisky, back home in Iowa City. Had some serious surgery done out at Camp Pendleton, and he's home on R&R. Brett stopped by the Kirk Ferentz show Wednesday night. Went to City High in Iowa City, Great Hawk, and he is a Marine.
Hey, Semper Fi, brother.
We need some Semper Fi right here,
absolutely,
by that Hawkeye defense. And you know they'll make the adjustments. Here's the run up by Drew, and this thing is in Secaucus.
That was good. You know your geography, don't you?
History buff. Revolutionary War. Come on. I could have said Valley Forge. Delaware River.
I wasn't alive back then, like you. You know, I can't.
The touchback brings it out to the 25. Now, come on, Hawkeye defense. See Will Hubert out there. Llewellyn and Herkett are the defensive ends. Hawks going with a little more interior rotation here in the early going. Kaliakmanis with a tailback and multiple receivers. Good protection. The pass is complete. Near first down. It's like about a yard shy. And they're feeding Ian Strong, DT Sheffield, KJ Duff, and others. Scouting report coming in was these receivers were strong. They'd been beaten up the first couple weeks, but that was a zip pass from Kaliakmanis to Duff. And he is just shy of the first down.
And they're doing such a good job finding those windows between our defenders and making themselves open.
Quick slant for 9 to Deshaun Lee on the stop. Don't be surprised if he would take a shot downfield. No, they run straight ahead. First down for Raymond, Antwan Raymond. Zach Lutmer tripped him up, but he gets to the 39. Needed a half a yard, got 5. And first and 10 from the 39-yard line of Rutgers. Lutmer with the trip up. They're averaging 7.5 yards per play.
Gosh, that's way too much. Way too much. We got to help our guys in the back end out on first down here.
Starting right now. Single receivers both ways. They have a slot right. Kaliakmanis in the gun. Here's the snap straight back. Hawks get pressure, but they hold them off. And a short pass. He had to dump it out to the tight end.
get pressure on this quarterback.
I tell you, those tackles are doing a good job, and they've had some injuries there. Taj White and Tyler Needham. But the Iowa pressure starting to get a little deeper in the backfield. 2nd down 5. See what the defense dials up here. Good protection again. He fires to a wide open receiver. Caught at the Iowa 25 and tackled inside the 20 at the 18. Big gain again, but all the time in the world to set back there and find an open receiver.
Yeah, he faked like he was running a post, ended up running a corner, kind of a double move. Tough job for our secondary.
Ian Strong on the receiving end, 38 yards. That's the end of the first quarter. Kaliakmanis, 12 of 14 for 128 yards in the first quarter. Adjustment time for the Hawkeyes after one period. We're all tied up at 14-14. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows that you're here for every moment, every touchdown, every tackle. Well, Wellmark is here for every moment as well, with healthcare coverage you can count on. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/touchdown. Wellmark.com/touchdown. And Hawk fans, there's compassionate help waiting for you at 988 Lifeline. Anytime, anywhere, call or text 988 24/7. The 988 Lifeline. After one, Hawks are tied up with Rutgers 14-14 from Piscataway. This is Hawkeye Football, brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Trade for the best. Honda's, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 best history. Save thousands on a new Honda today with 0% financing. Get more for your trade and save on the best gas, hybrid, and EV vehicles with financing as low as 0 APR on a new Honda like the 2025 Prologue. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval. Offer ends 9/30/25.
Second quarter coming up, tie game at 14-14. Hawks have been unable to stop Rutgers, and they're driving downfield again. They'll have it deep in Iowa territory when play resumes. Time for Pat. I wanted to say fast stats, but it's Pat. It came out Fat Pat stats.
Yeah, well, I've been called worse.
You know, you're as skinny as that goalpost down there. I don't know what you pick after that first quarter, but it's got to be something offensively.
Yeah, I mean, Rutgers, 195 yards of total offense. Iowa at 59. Rutgers has been really good at controlling the time of possession. They're at 10 minutes and 16 seconds. We're at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. They're passing 165 yards. They are averaging 8.9 yards per play.
Time to reverse that trend here in the second quarter, right?
Absolutely. And those stats are presented by our friends at Nicolay Law. Nicolay Law is a proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. With local attorneys who put people first, they help injured Iowans fight the insurance companies and win what's fair. Injured? Get Nicolay. Call 1-855-NICOLET or visit nicolaylaw.com.
Second quarter coming up, and it'll begin with Rutgers in the Iowa red zone, just inside the 20 at the 18 after a 38-yard deep sideline route to KJ Duff. Or was that Ian Strong? I can't remember the end of the quarter. Yeah, Ian Strong.
They're pretty strong.
They're both pretty good.
No.
Athan Kaliakmanis, 12 of 14, 165 passing yards. They're going after that Iowa secondary, but he's had a lot of time.
Yes, he has. And we've got to get in the position where we can get pressure on him. We've got to win those first and second downs.
Hawks now rushing 5. Let's see what happens here. Out of the gun, short gun. They're going to run a drop, handoff to Raymond, and this time he's ganged up on. He did squeeze inside the 15 to the 14. Aaron Graves pushing back, but nonetheless a gain of 4. Second down 10. The Knights have rushed for 30, passed for 165.
From the 14.
Now add 4 yards to that rushing total. Averaging just 3.5 yards a rush, but it's been enough to set up that passing game. It's been so effective. 14-14 game, though. The Hawks need to hold them to a field goal try at the very least. Slot receiver goes in motion right to left. They fake the draw handoff. Oh, boy, the field opens up for Kaliakmanis, and he's into the end zone, we think. Now hold the phone. He's down at the half-yard line, knee down at the half-yard line. Boy, oh, boy, that misdirection, play action, and the sea parted for Kaliakmanis. He ran from the 14 down to the 1, first and goal.
Yeah, it's basically play action. They're making it look like it's boot. But what's happened is that tight end's releasing late. So if our linebackers or secondary goes to that tight end, quarterback runs. If they stay in, he throws at that tight end. It puts a lot of bind on our defense. It originated in the Big 12. Big 12 teams have been doing that for a while.
Now they say he was down outside the 1 at the 1.5-yard line. So a little more wriggle room for that Iowa defense to dig in. Carson Shire saved the touchdown for the moment. Here comes the tush push. And let's see if Kaliakmanis got in. No signal yet for the touchdown. Those black jerseys look like a big old black beach ball there.
Yeah, it did. There was
rolling to the goal line.
It was quite the fight there going on, and luckily our boys didn't budge.
Let's see where they spot it. Well, he barely gained anything. Ball just outside the nose of the football is touching the 1. Aaron Graves leading the charge. They're going to try it again. And let's see. No whistle, no signal yet.
No whistle.
And the one official on the sideline fell down as he was running in to mark the ball. So it looks like it's going to be third down goal. Shades of Wrigley Field with Northwestern.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, and the Hawks dug in and held them on 4 consecutive downs from the 1. Now the ball inside the 1. Boy, look out for
I'd be surprised.
A tush push setup and then something to the outside. Well, they're gonna do it again, and this time he's in. It looks like he's in. Let's see. They'll unstack and make the call, but thought he got into the end zone. He did. Touchdown. Third time's a charm for Kaliakmanis. And again, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights roll down the field 9 plays, counting that quarterback sneak for 75 yards. Another 5.5 minute drive, and Phil Parker looks bewildered on the sideline.
Yeah, they're definitely having their way with us on defense. They're keeping us guessing. They're making the plays. They're doing a really good job. We've got to make some adjustments here and stop them. We just need to stop them. Our offense is going to score. We just need to stop them one time.
20-14. Try for point after coming up.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown. That play is under further review.
And I don't know what they're reviewing, unless they're making sure his knee was not down, but he was well over the goal line. Well, that gives us the time to plug our friends at Athletico. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Athletico Physical Therapy brings you every review this season. Rob Brooks, what did you see from the sideline?
Yeah, right on the goal line, Dolph. Initially didn't really look like he got in, but there's that you can tell. And, Phil Parker over here on that tush push, making sure those defensive linemen, hit the ground first, get up. But then there's just everybody's all piled up.
The field of a touchdown is upheld.
Yeah, there's just no way they could ever change that. But they gave it a look, and at least it was quick.
Yeah, that had to be signaled in from up here. just to make sure. No problem there. So with 12 minutes, 12 seconds to go second quarter, the tie has been broken again, 20-14 Rutgers. Remember, the Hawks have been giving up 10 points on average the first 3 weeks of the season, and that includes Iowa State. But tonight, Rutgers has the defense solved for the moment. Jai Patel for the point after try. There's the snap, the spot, and the kick right through. 21-14 Rutgers after a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kaliakmanis on the quarterback sneak. Hawkeye football is brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare. Here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives. For all of Iowa and beyond, visit uihealthcare.org. This is Hawkeye football from their field.
This is a commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all, the #1 seed to beat, the one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/100.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Cedar Ridge Distillery continues to be the home of Iowa's favorite bourbon with the original 86 bourbon whiskey. Not only is it always made with Iowa corn, but we let Iowa put its own stamp on the whiskey by aging it in non-climate controlled rick houses. Make your next drink with Iowa's favorite, the original 86 bourbon by Cedar Ridge. Learn more at cedarridgedistillery.com. Cedar Ridge Distillery, Swisher, Iowa. Please drink responsibly.
Iowa hooked up in a wild one, 21-14 Rutgers early second quarter. Here's a 10-second station identification call along the Hawkeye Radio Network. 10-second ID break. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye football. Hi to the Hawk fans listening in on KCHE in Cherokee. Up in Milford near the lakes, KUQQ. And out in Waverly in the Cedar Valley. Hawks coming in loud and clear on KWAY 99.3 FM. And of course our flagship stations WHO in Des Moines, WMT in Cedar Rapids, and KXIC in Iowa City. There's a returnable kick now to Caden Weegan. He's got one already for 100 yards. Here he goes again. 20, 25, 27-yard line. Ooh, there was a lane there. And for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Rocco Ranoni. Check that, Xavier Williams, the defensive back, just got enough of the ankles to knock him off his feet.
Yeah, he hit that hole pretty hard. I thought we were going to break another one, and still put us in decent position here.
27-yard line, 1st and 10. Out of Caden Weegan. Now the Hawks move the ball nicely on that last drive to get a tying touchdown. They need to do it again. Gronowski has a tight formation here. They're going to run it right up the gut. Jazz Patterson with a big hole, and then gets 4 or 5 more on his own. Outstanding effort by Jazz Patterson. There was a huge hole left guard and center. He got 4 or 5 after that, and then got 2 or 3 more on his own.
That was a great hard run by Jazz Patterson. Once again, they're loading the box. They got one deep safety, and they're just daring us to run the ball. And hey, great start right there on 1st down.
Take 2nd and 3 anytime.
Yeah.
34-yard line of the Hawks. Hayden Large wings to the right, single receivers right and left. Gronowski on a deep rollout right. Looking downfield, he's going to tuck and run, has a first down, across the 40, up to the 45-yard line of Iowa. Mark Gronowski runs for 11.
Great hard run, good call. You know, running that boot there in man coverage, and Mark does what he does best, makes plays, gets us that first down.
45-yard line of the Hawks. Bo Masco, the junior from Kissimmee, Florida, saved further damage, but the Hawks are on the move. Once again, 11 minutes to play till halftime. Rutgers 21, Iowa 14. Twin receivers left, single receiver to the right. Single setback is Jazz Patterson, and he takes it off the right side, cuts it back to the left, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets the first down at the 45-yard line of Rutgers. Ooh, he almost broke that all the way.
Inside zone to the right. Jazz does such a good job of finding that cutback lane, and he did right there and made it count.
Jet Elad, the safety, and the cornerback Jacoby Henderson on the stop. That's a good sign. Defensive backs are making all the tackles right now. Iowa with 6 first downs.
Absolutely. Great push by our O-line, getting to the next level.
They say he's about 6 inches shy of the first down, so we'll call it second and short. Hawks spread the field with 4 wideouts. Now Washington goes in motion. Gronowski to throw. Hits the tight end. First down. And running free is DJ Vanami. Inside the 25-yard line of Rutgers to the 24. DJ Vanami laying the lumber on those defensive backs.
I love that call. That was just a tight end tunnel screen. Made it look like we were going to the flat to the left through that tunnel screen over underneath on the right. Such a good call.
And that went for 20 yards. 20 plus, 21 yards to be exact. Elad and Mascow, the safety and corner again. Defensive backs making the tackles. Hawks are approaching the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 24 of Rutgers. Here's a counter draw handoff to Patterson, and that time Rutgers had it sniffed out. They again loaded the box. I think I counted 7 guys just on or off the line of scrimmage there and throwing back for no gain.
Yeah, it was a great job by them. There was really nothing there. Couldn't get a push. But our guys have momentum right now here on offense, and I'm excited to see what we call up here on second down.
Defensive tackle Daryl Dungohay, 300-pounder from Philadelphia, slid down the line of scrimmage and got the stop on the Hawkeye running back. Now Gronowski sends everybody out. Empty backfield. They're showing blitz. Here they come. Mark needs to get rid of it, and he's going to go down. Nope, he threw it as he was going down, and they call it incomplete pass. Now we got 2 flags down near Caden Weegan. It's got to be either a hold or an interference, huh?
I sure hope so. I didn't see it. I was looking at the quarterback.
I mean, Gronowski pumped once. He was going to let it go and then decided to run. As he was going down, he threw the ball away.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 3, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Holding call on Bo Mascow. Masco, I guess is how you pronounce that. They got a lot of Florida kids on this Rutgers roster. And the Hawks are going to get a first down. Good job by Gronowski of hanging on to the ball, then getting rid of it, and went down without injury. He was twisted up pretty good like a pretzel.
Yeah, for him to hang on to it and extend that play, that probably caused for the defender to hold Weegan. And I would probably hold Weegan too. I don't blame him.
Well, the hold on Masco gives Iowa 1st and 10 in the Case IH red zone at the Rutgers 15. Hawks trying to finish the drive and get the game tied again. Here's the draw handoff. Patterson, big hole. He's at the 10, cuts back to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Jazz on the loose, playing a little jazz on his way to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Iowa.
That was a great job by our guys on the left side. Stevens, Loud creating a huge hole for Jazz Patterson to hit it extremely fast. And Jacob Gill with a good block on the outside as well.
Trevor Locke's guy just disappeared. he was gone. Belly flopped on him, did the big kid from Indianapolis, Roncalli High School, and that sprung Patterson for 12. 1st and goal just inside the 3 for the Hawks. 21-14 Rutgers. Low snap. Gronowski picks it up and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Touchdown, QB Gronowski.
QB power. Really good push by our line. Great job by Mark. They're keeping us guessing on defense. We're keeping their defense guessing as well. This is a heck of a shootout right now, Gary.
21-20 Rutgers. Try for point pending here with Plenty of time left to go in this second period. 8 minutes exactly to be on the spot. Here comes the try for point after by Drew Stevens. Nissen on the hold. Here's the snap. Low snap, but he gets it, puts it down, and Drew punts it, kicks it right through the uprights. Tie game again at 21-all with 8 minutes to go. First half. We're not used to seeing this kind of back and forth, are we?
Didn't you say 70 points earlier in the day? You wanted me to take my shirt off if they score 70 points?
I said it jokingly. I certainly don't want to see you bareback, but you know what? If Iowa has the 70,
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what the over is, but they're gonna cover that maybe before halftime. Timeout on the field. Tie game at 21. Hey, at the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Back with the Shield scoring drive numbers in just a minute. Iowa 21, Rutgers 21, midway through the second period. This is Hawkeye football from Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa's Shields scoring drive, 7 plays, 73 yards. Hawks gobble up 4 minutes on the clock. Mark Gronowski, a 2-yard run at the end of that beautiful drive. Equal mixture of pass to run, and the point after try is good by Drew Stevens. 21-all. Jazz Patterson had 30 yards rushing in that drive. Gronowski had a nice run of 11. And he's being checked on right now. Let's check in with Rob Brooks on the Hawkeye sideline.
Well, and the aforementioned Jazz Patterson, a little gimpy coming to the sideline. He's now in the medical tent. Seth Anderson still trying to work through some sort of leg issue, running sprints right behind the Hawkeye bench. And then Dolph defensively, Phil Parker with the DBs, Seth Wallace with the linebackers, Kelvin Bell with the D-line, had everybody around him going over the tablets, the plays, to see if they can somehow come up with something to slow down this Rutgers offense.
So my bad, it wasn't Gronowski, it's Jazz Patterson that is getting looked at. And hopefully Jazz is okay. He's got 37 yards on 6 carries, a 6-yard average. Stevens' kick goes out the back of the end zone, so here comes Kaliakmanis. We've had one punt in this game, that right out of the gate by Iowa. That last scoring drive for the Hawks. Courtesy of Shields, they've got everything you need to get game day ready. Visit Shields, located in Iowa City, Des Moines, Cedar Falls, and Sioux City. Well, let's see what, if any, defensive adjustments they've made. You think maybe more nickel would be the way to go?
Yeah, I think so. It's looking like it right now. We've got linebacker out here, and we'll see how we do.
There's Kaliakmanis in the gun with a tailback. Looking deep, throwing deep, single coverage, pass incomplete. Up the far sideline, a deep fade route. Really good coverage there by T.J. Hall on K.J. Duff. Now they're hanging out, T.J. and Deshaun Lee in single-man coverage have been from the start, and Phil Parker thinks they're up to the task. And T.J. Hall certainly was there.
That was impressive. Duff's a 6'6" receiver running a go route, and T.J. Hall was right there and knocked the ball out.
You bet they're going to come back to that at some point. Second down 10, 25-yard line. Here's Kaliakmanis. 3 wideouts, a tight end, and a tailback. Kaliakmanis, pressure put on. He steps up in the pocket, has a man open, but overthrows him at midfield. And we do have a flag. Well, that's going to be a hold on Iowa, I would guess.
Yep.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Deshaun Lee latched on to Ian Strong.
The hard part is Deshaun was right there, and he just, sometimes when that ball's in the air, you panic a little bit, and I've done it before, and just got to, trust your athleticism, because Deshaun was right there.
And pick one of those off. They're going to have more chances. So the penalty brings the ball up to the 40. That's a 15-yard walk-off. Boy, Brian Allen really got close to Kaliakmanis that time. But he stood up in the pocket, moved up in the pocket. That's a veteran leader there. Here's a run straight ahead for little or nothing. Good stand by the Iowa front there. Jayshon Benjamin on the carry for very little. Maybe a yard and a half. Kenneth Merriweather was the first to make contact. Jonah Pace, the defensive tackle, the transfer from South Dakota State, or from Central Michigan, holding his own. Second down 8. Kaliakmanis going to throw on second and long. Checks left, comes back to the right. Now he's going to keep it and run, and he's tattooed as he got back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent downfield coverage by the Hawkeyes there. Brian Allen threw his 265 pounds on top of Kaliakmanis, and little or no gain. Hawks have him in a 3rd and long 7.
That was a great job by Allen retracing his steps.
They go hurry up, and they're going to go for it all to the sideline, and that's another interference or hold coming up on Deshaun Lee. DT Sheffield, or is it Zach Lutmer? Excuse me, it is Zach Lutmer. Oh, what a killer.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That is a killer. 3rd down and almost 8. And, Kaliakmanis, he's just pitching it into the night.
You know what?
And letting those guys go get it as long as the Hawks are going to stay in man coverage.
When you watch it on replay, it's really not that bad. It was an underthrown ball. Lutmer was running stride by stride with him. The ball was underthrown, so he had to come back on him. And it was quite a little bit of a flop here. I know they've got a good acting school out here. I was a theater minor, and they've got Broadway down the street, so I'm sure they're very well versed in that.
Another 15-yard walk-off, 1st and 10. Rutgers on the move with the help of the Hawkeyes. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Iowa. I'll come back with an interception, guys. Here's the snap. They run the draw handoff again, a delayed handoff, and a gain of 3, perhaps to the 40. For running back Raymond. Antwan Raymond, 5'11", 205 pounds, from Montreal, Quebec. He's built low to the ground, but those legs are strong. Llewellyn and Jaden Harrell limit the gain to 3. 6:19 to play first half. Tie game at 21. Kaliakmanis ready to go with the lines down. 3 wideouts and a tailback. Tight end wing to the right. And now the Hawks blitz, and they miss. And a first down run, I think, inside the 35 to the 33. Well, it looks like they're going to mark him a yard short. Antwan Raymond on the carry. Cohen Ontringer saved the first down for the moment. 3rd down, less than a yard. The Iowa 34-yard line. 5:47 to play till halftime. That's good blocking on the inside there by that Rutgers line.
Yeah, I think this is one of their best lines that they've probably ever had here since Shiano has been coach.
Gus Zelinskas leading the way. He's at center. He's got his paw on that football. They give it to Kaliakmanis, and they run it off the right side. First down to the 30. Good job of the Hawkeyes to close in on the tailback Raymond. Herkett hit him hard, knocked him off balance, and then T.J. Hall finished him off. But it is another Rutgers first down. And they continue to eat clock. 5:09 to play first half. 21-21. It has been an offensive fest. You like offense, this is the place to be. Now look for Kaliakmanis to take a shot to the end zone here. He's back to pass on 1st and 10. There he goes, a fade route, caught inside the 10 at the 8. Well, wait a minute, did they rule it incomplete? All right, not a catch. KJ Duff had his mitts on it. TJ Hall, really good coverage again.
That was so good of him getting underneath, breaking that ball out. And that's a 6'6" receiver that he's making a play on the ball with. Super impressive by TJ Hall.
6'6", 6'5". I mean, you're right. This looks like a Big 12 offense.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd down 10. Ball just outside the 30 of the Hawks. And Kaliakmanis going to throw it again. This time he comes to the underneath route, and it's a 1st down catch. A stop and turn. The ball was there. That's good for 8 yards. Kenny Fletcher then turned upfield. Tight end who lined up wide right and got 3 or 4 more before Carson Shire could hustle him out of bounds. And it's a 1st and 10 Rutgers at the 18 of Iowa. Gain about a little more than 10 on the play. Kaliakmanis, 13 of 17 for 177 yards. And Rutgers looking to break the tie again. Tight end wings right, single receivers both ways. Good protection. Kaliakmanis grabbed and sacked, this time at the 22. Boy, he had all kinds of time, but eventually the pocket broke down. And that's a Mershman Seeds quarterback sack, courtesy of Bryce Hawthorne. The tackle, Carson Shire helped out. And Mershman Seeds. First $150 for the night for Stead Family Children's Hospital. Compliments of Mershman Seeds. Finally, a loss of yards, 4 to be exact. That means nothing to Kaliakmanis. 2nd down and call it 13. Not quite a 4-yard negative play. Slot receiver in motion. Kaliakmanis rolls to his left, throws to the underneath man. Caught at the 15 and racked down at the 14-yard line. Tight end Kenny Fletcher. He lined up in the backfield, was going to throw a block, and then ran a little drag pattern out with Kaliakmanis trailing him, and just a naked screen to the tight end.
Yeah, they really like that play. They've ran it multiple times. I'm super impressed with that tight end Fletcher. He's athletic, he's big, he's fast.
Here we are, 3rd and long, a gain of 5, but it's 3rd and 7. Hawks trying to hold him to a field goal try. Twin receivers wide right. Long count. Here's the snap. Kaliakmanis back to pass. Fires incomplete. That was a line drive throw well over the head of the intended receiver, Sheffield. And Kaliakmanis, he felt the pressure that time. The Hawks were getting to him.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do now. We're sending a lot of pressure on him, forcing that quick throw. Great job covering that slant by Lutmer.
That's the first miss on 3rd down by Rutgers. 6 for 6.
Wow.
Was Kaliakmanis off the charts. So Rutgers will be forced to try a field goal in a 21-21 all tied up game. Lutmer with good coverage there by Iowa. He was sitting down in that slot on the quick slant. Here's Patel. Hasn't missed all year. 5 for 5, and he's been automatic from this distance. Here's the snap, the spot, and a flag.
False start.
All right. Well, back him up 5. Kick was coming from about the 23-yard line, a 33-yard try.
Kicking team, number 69. 5-yard penalty.
69 on the false start. That is Kwabena Asamoah. So they'll move the ball back to the 20 or the 19-yard line. Now the kick will come from the 37-yard line. He's 2 of 2 from 30 to 40 this season. The Hawks are hoping for his first miss. Jai Patel. Kick will come from the 27. 37-yard field goal try. Here's the snap, the spot, the kick on the way. Certainly long enough.
Yes.
And it hits the upright and comes back into play. No good. Off the right upright, the Hawks hold. Oh, man, that sounded like a bass drum being pounded out there, and that ball hit the upright. Oh, boy, that false start. Penalties, they can be killers.
Yes, they can.
That one was for Rutgers, and Patel had another minute to think about it. Blew it wide right off the goalpost. Score holds at 21-all, and the Hawks get the ball back out near the 25, 26-yard line. Maybe this is the spark Iowa needs. 21-21, score holds, and we have 2:40 to play until halftime. This is Hawkeye Football presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Hey, Hawkeye fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Iowa football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's go, Hawkeyes! SeatGeek.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
A new day means so many things. Possibility and potential. New opportunities and challenges. And when you're building something that matters, you need a partner who truly understands. Iowa banks get this. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Hawkeye football in a humdinger, Dizzy Dean used to say. 21-21, Iowa Rutgers. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. The Hawks just got a stop, though. Missed field goal try by Jai Patel. Stalls a long drive out for Rutgers. Now the Hawks have a chance to go down and get the lead before the half ends. Entertain your friends, clients, or employees each home game in Hawkeye Village. Presented by Navigate Wellbeing Solutions. Packages include game tickets, catered food and beverages. Visit HawkeyeSports.com for more details. Navigate Wellbeing Solutions is an employee engagement company helping organizations create more health and happiness in the communities they serve. Learn more at navigatewell.com. It's got Well on defense. That drive as they stop Rutgers after the Knights, who have not punted tonight, scored on 3 consecutive drives, all touchdowns. Hawks have a 100-yard return on the opening kick from Caden Weegan, which gave them the lead 12 seconds into the game. Gronowski scored a touchdown on the last drive on the run to get the game tied at 21. See if Mark can get him the lead. Here's a quarterback draw all the way. And he gets decent yardage across the 25. The line of scrimmage was just outside the 19, so that's a gain of 5 on first down. Daryl Jabomay, that is, on the stop. 2nd and 5. Hawks go with a hurry up. And lunging for the first down, coming up short, is Kamari Moulton. Belly flops to the 29. So Iowa's looking at 3rd and 1.
Yeah, good tough play there. Left us just short. See if we can get a play in before the 2-minute.
Well, the crowd now is... Now we got a whistle. Hawks were looking like they're going for a quarterback sneak.
The 2-minute timeout.
Timeout, 2-minute warning is upon us. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Bud Light. This season, once again, Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Only one other game going on in college football. We'll check our first scoreboard update of the night when we come back. Right here, it's 21-21, the Hawks and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield and Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
What a view! There's hiking. I love how pretty all the different colors and layers. And then there's fall hiking in Minnesota. That's gorgeous. Minnesota is a hiker's paradise. Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com.
That is the sound of bacon sizzling, of fresh vegetables being chopped for a made-to-order omelet, and the grill being fired up for one of the juiciest burgers around. Hungry yet? Hy-Vee Market Grill is better than ever, with mouth-watering new menu items for breakfast and lunch. Whether you dine in, get it to go, or have it delivered, the best breakfast and lunch is at Hy-Vee Market Grill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
She's on the 17, the 45, the 29, and she scores big cash prizes from the Iowa Lottery by matching her numbers to the winning numbers on the new Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket. Now she's entering for a chance to win an Ironman Suite experience at Kinnick Stadium, plus other fun VIP prizes. That's the best touchdown dance I've ever seen. Make the biggest play of the season today. Enter and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Woohoo! I love Minnesota.
This is Hero Gravel. The lamps on bluffs, incredible.
Minnesota is a cyclist stream. Here's the good part. Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com.
That was a fun ride.
2-minute warning timeout presented by Minnesota.com. ExploreMinnesota.com. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your getaway today at ExploreMinnesota.com. Tulsa's playing Oklahoma State. John Swisher has an Iowa Soybean Association scoreboard update.
It's at halftime. Tulsa leading Oklahoma State 16-3.
And Jerry Palmer is, where's our buddy Jerry Palmer at? He's at a high school game, you tell me?
Yes, he is at a high school game. Where is Jerry Palmer at? He's listening from Mobile as IKM Manning and Woodbury Central, home to the Paulson twins. I miss Jerry.
Landon and, oh, darn it. I know I shouldn't have got Landon. What was his twin brother's name?
I would say Trent, but that's an Iowa State wrestler, and I don't want to bring that up.
I know his last name. I want to know the. Thanks, Corey, for the help.
Well, obviously we know Paulson.
Well, we know Landon.
Which one's Gary's favorite?
Somebody's going to let me know. That wasn't that long ago either. Sorry, Paulson brothers. They're out. Well, they're probably out fishing or hunting.
Yeah.
Well, the Hawks are facing third and less than a yard. It's a big play right here. You want to keep that Rutgers offense on the bench. Has 245 yards of offense. The Hawks are going to roll out left with Gronowski. And here's a pass. Caught. First down. Kamari Moulton and then some. Up across the 40-yard line. Oh, Gronowski led him beautifully. Everybody in the building thought it was going to be a run or at least a handoff. Quarterback to tailback. And Moulton escaped to the left flat. Nobody home.
It was a great call. Just a boot to the running back. It was a great job of Mark by really, like you said, he led him perfectly, was able to put some height on that ball to get it over the defender.
Yeah, he looped it over the defensive end, and it gains almost 12. So the Hawks keep the ball with 1:54 to go, and multiple timeouts. Seth Anderson goes in motion. So Seth is okay. He's shaken up earlier in the game. Another low snap from center. Gronowski hangs on to it, gets rid of it, came to the safety valve, and got rid of it just in time. Kamari Moulton again, and he was crushed as the ball arrived. Daryl Jabaume knocked him down. He did get 2 yards. Second down, 8. Hawks have to go in a hurry. 42-yard line of Iowa. They're going to run an end sweep by Moulton, and he gets a good, decent amount of yards. I'll tell you what. Are we going to have fun watching Cade Pieper?
Yeah. Oh,
going
man.
for it. He pulled, and he just mauled 2 defenders, drove them downfield. Kamari Moulton.
Iowa.
Kamari got 5 yards. The Hawks are looking at 3rd and 3. I mean, there was nothing there as he turned the corner, and old number 58, Pieper, just blew out 2 defenders.
As big as he is super fast, athletic, and he's mean, which is good. We need more mean linemen.
Gain of almost 5. Landon and Levi Paulson.
Oh, yeah. Good-looking guys.
I think I have a pair of Levi's. I should have known that. Oh, yeah, big dudes.
They have long hair. I think they're jealous of that.
Long hair. Yeah. They were popular on campus. Moville, stand up and take a bow. We also have Matt Nelson is driving to Pisgah and the Les Hills for a, a bike race tomorrow? A gravel road bike race. Now, I know Matt's a tough guy, but don't hit a rut, Matt.
Wear your helmet. Be safe.
Wear your helmet.
Sure you hydrate.
And your knee pads. Cover up the limbs. 3rd down and 3. The Hawks are approaching midfield. With 1:25 to play, their timeout is over. And Gronowski rolls out right, throws, and threw behind the tight end. who he had DJ Vanami open. But on the run, just wasn't very accurate. And DJ watched it sail behind him. So here comes Reese Dakin. Hawks will at least flip field position after denying Rutgers on the field goal try. Now Iowa must punt it away on 4th down and 3. 21-21 with a minute 21 to play. Dakin standing at his own 33. Now the Hawks are shifting.
How they not call that? That was offsides.
Yeah, he jumped offside.
It's 5 yards in the backfield.
Here comes the boot by Dakin, and it's a high hanger.
That's a terrible call.
Fair caught. Or a downed, I should say, at the 10. A terrible no call.
How do they not call that? He was literally 5 yards in the backfield.
Well, there were 3 of them that came across the line of scrimmage.
And that would have gave us the first down. That was terrible.
But apparently they have a chance to get back if they don't make contact. I'm guessing that's why they didn't throw the flag. I know their eyesight's not that bad.
Yeah, mine's terrible.
And the Iowa coaches aren't saying a word, so apparently it was.
Yeah, coach was giving it to him pretty good.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I missed that. 42-yard punt by Dakin. Fair catch was called for, but gotten away from, and the Hawks down it at the 11-yard line. So we'll see how aggressive the Knights are. Kaliakmanis in the gun. Boy, what an exciting first half we've had. A lot of offensive fireworks. And here's a handoff end around to Raymond. And he does all he can do to get back to the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you what, Bryce Hawthorne has been active here in this second quarter.
He's been really good. Got held pretty good on that play. Was still able to get in there and make a play on the run.
Timeout is asked for. You know, there's rarely a trip. We've been coming out here for years, Pat, where John Clousey, longtime Iowa sportscaster and an award-winning sportscaster at ABC Radio in New York City. John moved out here to New York City quite a few years ago, but he got his start at KSTT in Davenport, born in Chicago, and broadcast Iowa football in the late 70s, early 80s. Great guy. John always, in fact, he spent time with us in the booth with Eddie and I. And I'm sorry to report John Clousey died a few days ago, 75 years old. Just a tremendous person, and always look forward to our visits when we came out here, either for basketball or football or wrestling. John Clousey loved the Hawks and a tremendous announcer of Iowa football back in the 70s and 80s. All right, the timeout's over. Kaliakmanis is going to run straight ahead, and a gain of 3 or 4 for Raymond. John Clousey was one of those who called the 1985 number 1 versus number 2 Iowa versus Michigan game at Kinnick Stadium. I've heard the end of that clip a time or two. That legendary, historic moment in Iowa football on Rob Houtland's field goal that won it. A gain to the 15. It's going to be third down and 6. And the Hawks are out of timeouts. A little over a minute to play. So the Knights will have to punt the ball. So our deep sympathies, our true sympathies and thoughts and prayers to Patrick, who let us know this week about his dad's passing. Yeah, back in the days of great AM radio, and there was no internet, no social media. John Clousey, you could hear John all across the country on ABC affiliates with his sports update, especially on the weekends. All right, let's see what happens here on third down. Hawks out of timeout, third down 6 for Kaliakmanis. I'm guessing it's going to be a straight handoff. It is a draw handoff to Raymond, and he gets the first down. Well, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Might be a little shy. Yeah, a yard shy. Knee down at the 20. 4th down and 1. But ran a few more seconds off the clock. 40 seconds to burn here in the first half. Snap clock. I don't see the snap clock.
15.
Oh, now I see it now. 14. About 13-second difference. Game clock to snap clock. So it looks like they're going to call timeout. They'll run it down, then snap it. Now they're tuned in the downtown pub in Preston. over in Jackson County. Hi to Tatum and the crew at the downtown pub in Preston, Iowa.
Gary's buying tonight.
Yeah. Put him on a tab. You can't find me. And hi to Buzzy and the crew at Buzzy's in Welton, right off Highway 61. 40th anniversary for Buzzy's Tavern and Restaurant there in beautiful Welton, Iowa. Population, I would guess, around 100, 150.
Good Americans over there.
Oh, Buzzy, longtime season ticket holder, great Hawk fan. Been on many road trips. Let us know where you're listening in all around the country on this beautiful night. You can reach us on Twitter at Gary Dolphin or on Facebook at facebook.com/Voice of the Hawks. Would love to give you a shout out. Coming up on the John Deere halftime show, we'll have an Iowa soybean scoreboard update. And we'll learn more about the Abbott blood drive happening this week around homecoming back in Iowa City. The University of Iowa and Hawk fans could win $1 million when it's all said and done. Here comes the punt by Jacob Anderson. And it's caught by Wiesen at midfield. Gets the corner turn. One guy chasing him down the sideline. Needs a couple blockers. 20, 15-yard line and wrestled down at the 14, 13-yard line. Oh, he almost made it happen again.
Gosh, I thought he had it. What an effort by him.
Oh, man, is he special. Is he fun to watch?
Yes, he is.
At the intermission, it's Iowa 21, Rutgers 21. Stay tuned for the John Deere halftime show. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
It's game time, Hawkeyes. Just like football, construction takes teamwork, training, and grit. At ABC of Iowa, our apprenticeship program is building futures and champions. While building Iowa, you earn while you learn. Gain real-world experience and start a career with purpose without the burden of college debt. From the field to the job site, it's all about rising to the challenge. Ready to join the team and become a champion? Visit abciowatrust.org to learn more about building your future while building Iowa.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination. On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to the well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Touchdown, Iowa! Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
This is the John Deere halftime show. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Here's Gary Dolphin and Pat Angerer.
Halftime coverage from New Jersey brought to you by John Deere. John Deere loves to see the Hawks do their thing because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. They've been growing their winning team since 1837. So whether you're cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, nothing runs like a Deere. Or an articulated dump truck, an ADT 460P. Wow. Why am I so brilliant on John Deere identifiable tags? Pat Anger and I toured the John Deere Forestry and Construction Division the other day, and they let us drive an articulated dump truck. 75 tons, I think they said it was. I mean, the tires are as tall as this stadium. And you see them out there building 4-lane highways. You and I were a little bit more cautious behind the wheel.
I was a little terrified. I'm not going to lie. I was a little terrified. But, man, that was so much fun. That was so nice of them to give us that opportunity. And we didn't even break anything, so even better.
Looked a lot like that Iowa offensive line, thanks to Dan Fitzpatrick and the gang at John Deere Forestry Construction. Now, first half, 21-21. Unexpected, at least the total of points. Caden Weegan, you've got to be prepared for anything he does.
Yeah, Weegan getting us off to a great start. It's just been, hey, who's going to stop the other team's offense first? And luckily we were able to at the end of that second half, but we're not able to come up with points. But we've obviously got to make some adjustments on defense. I think our offensive calls have been great. We've been keeping them guessing. We've been moving the ball around, getting different guys the ball, and our run game has been solid too. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens this second half.
A little bit of our SeatGeek recap here. If you have tickets to buy or sell, log on to SeatGeek. Hawks with 150 yards of offense, 250 for Rutgers. Rutgers could not be stopped for the first quarter and a half. Iowa much better defensively in the final 5 or 6 minutes. And let's hope those proper adjustments continue to be made here at halftime. The Hawkeyes and Rutgers hooked up in a good one, 21-21. We'll come back with more of the stat recap in just a minute. The Hawkeye Halftime Show is brought to you by John Deere. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you, because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready, an award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC.
A new day means so many things. Possibility and potential. New opportunities and challenges. And when you're building something that matters, you need a partner who truly understands. Iowa banks get this. Their customer relationships are built on shared values and earned trust. From homeowners to small businesses, Iowa banks know what it means to invest in the future. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
Welcome back to the John Deere Halftime Show. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere.
Welcome back to Piscataway, New Jersey. Iowa and Rutgers were at halftime of this Big Ten opener. The Hawks are home for homecoming next week against the Indiana Hoosiers. More on that later on this evening. As we talked earlier in the preseason, Abbott and the Big Ten Conference are gearing up for year 2 of We Give Blood, the largest blood drive competition in history, and a conference-wide effort to combat the worst blood shortage the United States has seen in a generation. Let me put that in perspective. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood, including trauma victims, mothers experiencing complications after childbirth, and people receiving cancer treatment. All those services available at the University of Iowa Healthcare Center. And tonight we welcome back Mandy McClenahan from the University of Iowa Healthcare DeGowan Blood Center to talk about this important cause and effort. Mandy, give us an update. Of course, there's always competition involved in the Big Ten, and U of I is right in the middle of it. Where are we at up to this point?
So right now we're in a solid 5th place. So we are, Wisconsin came out swinging. They had so many donations. It was incredible. But Iowa, I feel like we still have a chance. We're about, I'm going to say 2,000 donations behind Wisconsin right now. So to catch the lead, we really need Hawkeyes to come out and donate and give their points to the University of Iowa. The leaderboard right now goes Wisconsin, Nebraska, Michigan, Ohio State, and then Iowa. Michigan and Ohio State, they're within grasp. We're about 100 behind them. This competition is important because it's going to hopefully bring out new donors and get that youthful group out and donating again. And for the first time, possibly, there's a lot of new donors that we're getting from this competition, and it's bringing an awareness that we don't usually get. And I think I've mentioned to you that the number one reason people don't donate blood is because they're not asked. So the fact that they're being asked to do this, not just for, school pride, but, you're saving lives.
And you can donate at any blood drive or blood center across the United States through December 5th. After a person donates, they can log that donation to Iowa at big10.org/Abbott, ABBOTT, 2 B's, 2 T's. Again, donation, you can log your donation to Iowa at big10.org/Abbott. Thank you, Mandy McClanahan from the University of Iowa Healthcare DeGowan Blood Center, who reminds everyone the university will host a 3-day blood drive next weekend surrounding homecoming activities with the Indiana Hoosiers. You can give blood one of 3 days at the Iowa Memorial Union, the IMU. Give blood and save a life. The Iowa Lottery Ironman Suite is back, and you could be watching a game in style as a VIP, or experience a one-of-a-kind game day with on-field access and more at the sold-out Blackout game versus Minnesota. Visit ialottery.com/VIP for details. Coming up next, an Iowa Soybean Association scoreboard update. This is the John Deere Halftime Hawkeye Show from Learfield.
There's a hero in all of us. Pioneer is proud to partner with Iowa and Nebraska for the Pioneer Heroes Game. Together, we want to recognize and celebrate local heroes who positively impact their community and who stand as an inspiration to others. If you have a family member or a community member you'd like to recognize, please nominate them at hawkeyesports.com/hero. Let's celebrate our local heroes in the annual Pioneer Heroes Game.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
This is Iowa football from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Lynn Williams, our General Sales Manager.
Let's jump right into yield. Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist corn growers are talking about high yield potential and consistency across their acres. And that comes from brand new high yield germplasm combined with the Power Core herbicide trait package engineered to boost performance and put more bushels in your hopper at harvest.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
And from Learfield Master Control, I'm Mo Lewis.
And the kickoff to Caden Weegan is taken 3 yards deep of the end zone, far side. He squirts across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's at midfield. Look out. One guy to beat. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa. Touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa special teams. Oh, check his time in the 100 there, baby. 102 yards.
Voice of the Hawkeyes, Learfield's Gary Dolphin with the call. Iowa and Rutgers locked up in a good one, 21-21 at half. Let's check the Iowa Soybean Association scoreboard update. One other game being played tonight. Tulsa leads Oklahoma State 19-3. Iowa leads the nation in biodiesel production. Using biodiesel provides cleaner and healthier air, homegrown jobs, and value to every bushel of soybeans grown by Iowa farmers. Cleaner, better. Now that's biodiesel. Find out more at iasoybeans.com. Hawkeyes 21, Scarlet Knights 21. This is Iowa Hawkeye football from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Zach Tweed. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping it up with Unleaded 88. It's the clear choice at the pump to fuel your drive to the game. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
Iowa Hawkeye football on 1040 WHO is brought to you in part by Beaver Creek Golf Course, Farm Credit Services, Quickstar, SeatGeek, Burger Shed, IMT Insurance, Iowa Bankers Association, Cedar Ridge, Great Southern Bank, American Equity, Machine Shed, Tournament Club of Iowa. Show your support to our local Iowa radio business partners and support those who support the Hawkeyes.
You've been listening to the John Deere Halftime Show. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building the legacy, it's Deere. This is healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. Now, let's join Gary Dolphin and former Hawkeye great Pat Angerer for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half.
The boss was playing on the loudspeakers here at SHI Stadium a little bit ago. Here in Piscataway, of course, Bruce Springsteen, a New Jersey native on the South Shore. Both these offenses have been making sweet music. 21-21 at the half. Let's get you caught up in the key stats, courtesy of SeatGeek. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Hawkeyes. Expect the expected from SeatGeek. Rutgers 253 yards of offense, 184 through the air, 69 on the ground. Iowa 66 rushing, 83 passing for a total of 149. 13 first downs for Rutgers, 9 for the Hawkeyes. Quite the first quarter for Rutgers. The Hawks battled back and got it tied a couple times in that second period. Average yards per pass completion, 13.8 for the Hawks, 13.1 for Rutgers. Average rushing yardage, 5 for the Hawks and 3 per play for Rutgers. 19.5 minutes of time of possession for Rutgers, just 10.5 for Iowa. That's been a big stat here in the first half, but the Hawks are hanging tight, 21-21 score. Speaking of scores, Caden Weegan started the game with a 100-yard kick return to the other end zone for a touchdown, 7-0 Iowa. Raymond, a 5-yard rush on Rutgers' first possession, got the game tied at 7. Antwan Raymond, one of their fine young running backs. Rutgers took the lead midway through the first period when Athan Kaliakmanis scored from 4 yards out. That was at the end of a 12-play, 63-yard drive, 14-7 Rutgers. Hawks responded, got it tied at 14 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kamari Moulton, a 6-yard run after Gronowski led Iowa on a 75-yard, 6-play drive. Rutgers regained the lead, 21-14. Kaliakmanis, a 1-yard quarterback sneak after leading the Knights 75 yards, 9 plays. And then the Hawks came right back midway through the second period, got it tied. A 73-yard, 7-play drive, capped by Gronowski. Quarterback Gronowski's 2-yard run. Stevens' kick tied it up at 21. Rutgers missed a late field goal in the first half, and the Hawks drove it out across midfield but couldn't convert a 3rd and short and punted it away, and that's how the first half ended. That's our first half stat recap, courtesy of SeatGeek. Hawk fans, if you have tickets to buy or sell, contact our friends at SeatGeek. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Hawkeye away games are sponsored by the Eastern Iowa Airport, CID, with 5 airlines, 18 nonstop destinations, and more than 400 one-stop connections to popular destinations. It is Hawkeye Nation's #1 choice for travel. Thank you, Eastern Iowa Airport, for your partnership with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks Fly, CID. Well, Pat, which defense arrives first here in the second half? I'm betting on the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're really good at making adjustments. You've got the best defensive coordinator in the country leading the way. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we do, how we put pressure on them, how we get off the field.
All right, let's Kirk's doing TV, so let us know when he's ready with Robbie Brooks. Kirk Ferentz halftime interview brought to you by Hawkeyes. Every great season starts with a strong foundation. For farmers, a foundation is a healthy soil. At Hawkeyes, we're restoring life to the soil with over 800 species of microbes, helping grow stronger crops, more profitable farms, and healthier communities. Hawkeyes, the future of farming starts here. Learn more at Hawkeyes.com. HOLGANIX, Hawkeyes.com. Kirk's trotting over to the Iowa sideline to join our Rob Brooks. Iowa will kick off to start the second half. Here's Robbo with Kirk Ferentz.
Well, Coach, plenty of action there in the first 2 quarters. Returned the kickoff, and then they had the momentum. So just kind of answered each time.
Yeah, it's been a back-and-forth game for sure. A little more than we like, certainly, but hopefully we can settle down, play a little bit better defense, get their guy off his spot. And we just got to keep swinging. Both teams are, really going at it.
You feel like the defense got a little bit better there at the end of the second?
Yeah, good to get a stop there. And yeah, we just got to, regroup here and play the next 30 minutes.
Coach, thanks very much.
Thanks, Rob.
And that's certainly the main thing with Coach Ferentz is, that they make those halftime adjustments, and have been working hard over on the sideline to try to eliminate those big plays. But as Pat's been talking about, 6'5" and 6'6" at receiver and throwing it up for grabs, it's been something that has worked so far for Rutgers. One thing on the injury front, I just don't expect Jazz Patterson to be able to answer the bell here in the second half. He walked very, very gingerly to the locker room at the halftime break, but great that Kamari Moulton is back in the mix. They'll need him.
Okay, Rob, thank you, and thanks to Coach Ferentz. Brought to you by Hawkeyes. Happy 71st birthday to Jim. We baby boomers are aging gracefully, Jim. 71 more, buddy boy.
I agree.
Dave's listening in. He's been going to Iowa games for 60 years. Dave and son Cody enjoying the broadcast. We'll enjoy it a lot more if the Hawks can get the lead and get a rare win on the road. They're hard to come by in the Big Ten. Stevens will kick off to start the second half. $21-21. Here's the run up by Drew, and he sends it toward that north end zone. Fair catch made, or called for at the 4 by Ben Black. Why take a chance with Kaliakmanis at quarterback?
Yeah.
So the Hawks trot onto the field defensively. Aaron Graves, Max Llewellyn, Ethan Herkett, Jonah Pace up front. Linebackers are Jaden Harrell, Carson Shire, Jackson Rexroth, Cohen Ontringer, Wampa, Deshaun Lee, TJ Hall in the back end. And, of course, Zach Lutmer will play a lot in this second half. 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line for the Scarlet Knights. Twin receivers tight to the left, single receiver to the right, and a knockdown by Ethan Herkett, who came free, or Max Llewellyn, excuse me. A Mershman Seed sack. Man, oh man, that's the way we like to see the second half start. I mean, Kaliakmanis no longer caught the ball, turned to look, and big old 48 was right in his face mask.
That's one guy you're going to probably want to block. What a great start by our defense. We've been needing this all game. Now we just got to bow up and get off the field.
Quarterback sack, Mershman Seeds, $150 to Stead Family Children's Hospital. A loss of 6. Second down, 16. 19-yard line. Kaliakmanis gonna throw the ball. He's hit as he throws, completes the pass. They get it back to the original line of scrimmage on a quick square out. KJ Duff on the grab. Cohen Ontringer, though, bear hugged him as soon as the ball arrived, and they almost got to Kaliakmanis again.
It's interesting. You watch what we do. We don't really do a lot of these 3-3 deep blitzes where we're dropping a DN, which we dropped Max on that play and sent a linebacker. It might be our new little switch up this half.
Rexroth got close that time. Here's another throw and an incomplete pass. And again, pressure coming off the right side this time. Aaron Graves on the stunt. Deshaun Lee in coverage of Ian Strong.
Great start, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring pressure to him, but it helps when we win on first down because then we can really bow up and send pressure their way.
A quick 3 and out for Kaliakmanis and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Great start to the second half. You see just the second Rutgers punt tonight. First one was 37 yards. Jack Scullion way back at his own 11. Check that. Jacob Anderson punting from his 11. Flags fly.
Oh, no, it's going to be on us, isn't it?
As the punt is away and fair caught by Weegan at the 35 of Iowa. Somebody jumped off sides. Looked like maybe on the left end there for Iowa.
Zone.
Well, let's get the call from our referee. Now will Rutgers, remember, you don't want Caden Weegan touching it too many times. Will they accept the penalty? It would be 4th and 4 if they accept the penalty. It's 4th and 9 right now.
Offside. Defense. Number 46. That penalty's declined. First down.
Look at you, Gary. You called it right then and there, man.
I could see Jack Scullion in Greg Schiano's helmet. Look, he fair caught the damn ball. I don't want to go back out there and punt again because they're getting a rush on me. Just kidding, of course. But the Hawks do get a decent field position at the 35.
Yeah, and our offense has been rolling. I'm looking forward to watching them continue to dominate the line of scrimmage and move that ball around in the back end.
Seth Anderson splits wide to the right. Sam Phillips, the Chattanooga transfer. Chattanooga choo-choo Sam. See if he can get involved here in the second half. Hawks do a double shift. And Gronowski had a really good first half. Is up under center. Turns and gives to Kamari Moulton on a cutback left to right. Big gain across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Too shy of a first down.
Great start. Great first down play. And I'm wondering if that's what we're going to do now, too, on offense. We're going to run the ball, control that clock, get long drives, and keep their offense off the field.
Jones, Pieper, Dunker on that right side. John Deere road graders on that play. Second down 2 for the Hawks as they have it for the first time here in the second period. Just underway. 21-21 Iowa and Rutgers. Here comes a blitz. Low snap. They run an end around with Moulton. Nothing there, so he cuts it back inside. Nearly gets the first down. He'll be a yard shy. Moses Walker, the linebacker, and Jordan Walker, the defensive end, get Kamari on the ground, but he's just shy of the first down, third and less than a yard.
Yeah, just an outside zone run to the right, and they got a lot of pressure on our right side, and unfortunately there was really nothing there when he was able to cut it back.
Hawks are 1 of 3 on third down. And neither team has really had the ball a lot on third down. They've been getting so many first downs.
That's true.
Big play here, and Gronowski goes empty. 5 receivers in the formation. Now tight end Vanami goes in motion. This is a keeper by Gronowski. Gets the first down, runs out of a tackle. Still going, and crosses midfield to the 48-yard line of Rutgers. A beautiful effort by Mark Gronowski, a physical effort.
And that's what we do. That's what it's Iowa's known to do that. They spread them out, QB draw. And actually, Rutgers knew that play was coming because they kept a linebacker inside to kind of spy him, and it didn't work.
Stations will give you a station identification chance right after this next play. 1st and 10, Gronowski got almost 6. Ball inside the 49 of Rutgers. Hawks trying to drive down and get the lead for the first time in a long time. One running back. Gronowski changing the play. Kamari Moulton, the tailback. Howard to the short side, the 6'5 receiver. He's looking for Howard. Instead goes to a wide open tight end, Zach Ortworth, down the near sideline as Rutgers lost track of the big guy.
Yeah, and they were in that bunch route, which allows you to pick, and our tight end ran a wheel. Great job by our O-line, giving Mark the time to throw it and the play to set up. Good throw and catch.
Dayton Howard took pressure to the middle of the field, and that left Ortworth sneaking down the near sideline, wide open for a gain of almost 25 to the 25-yard line. Jet Elad, the safety, made the stop and maybe prevented the touchdown. Lester mixing up the play calling, and here's a throwaway by Gronowski. They ran a delayed blitz there, the linebacker coming off the left side. And Mark didn't want to take a chance of standing in there waiting for somebody to clear it, so he did the right thing, just dumped it.
Yeah, trying to set up a tight end screen to Ortworth, and they read it really well, and there was nothing there. Mark did the right thing and thrown it away.
10-second timeout. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye football. Jammed up along the line of scrimmage for no gain. So the Hawks are going to face 3rd and 10. The drive has stalled here at the 25-yard line after a nice pass play to the tight end, Zach Ortworth, his 3rd catch of the young season. Jordan Thompson, the defensive end, held his ground there and took on the block of Lauk. No gain. Hawks have 3rd and 10 at the Rutgers 25-yard line. 3 receivers, one of those in motion. That's Caden Weegan. Washington, the setback. Back to pass, Gronowski. Looks down the middle of the field. Now hits Weegan on a crossing pattern, and he's not going to get much. He's roughed up and out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Jordan Walker tracked him down from behind after the defensive backs held Weegan up. Good coverage again by Rutgers. Works for a gain of 3, so Drew Stevens will come on. Stevens 1 field goal away from tying Michael Meyer for 2nd place all time. 60 field goals for Drew Stevens. Here comes 61. It's on the way, wide right, no good. Hurst. A nice drive wasted by the Hawkeyes. Field goal try by Stevens. Wide right. I didn't see anything wrong with the snap or the hold, did you?
No, I didn't see it. It looked like it just pushed it to the right, but you never know. Maybe the laces were out in. Yeah, it looked like a good hold, good snap. Everything was solid, just pushed it.
Rutgers ball at the 25 when we come back here. Not quite midway through the 3rd quarter. 9:37 to play, 3rd period. Iowa, Rutgers tied up at 21. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It's a win-win this season at Buffalo Wild Wings. With any Hawkeye victory, you win 6 free boneless or traditional wings at a B-Dubs near you. So join us for all your favorite game day food and drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and a crowd cheering on the black and gold. And of course, 6 free wings for a Hawkeye victory. Go Hawks. Only valid at Iowa locations. Rules and restrictions apply. Visit HawkeyeSports.com/BWW for more information.
Lacer Graphics and Signs provides big signs, bold graphics, and beautiful results for Hawkeye athletics around Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and throughout campus. Lacer Graphics and Signs helps build your brand through custom graphics, signage, and video displays designed to specifically tell your story and grow your business in a big way. That's Lacer Graphics and Signs, a preferred graphic and signage provider of Iowa Hawkeye athletics. Visit them online at lacer.com to see how they can bring your big ideas to life.
Rutgers football at the 25-yard line of the Scarlet Knights. When play resumes here with 9.5 to go third quarter in a 21-all game. Hawks put a nice drive together. 8 plays, 45 yards. But Drew Stevens pushed a field goal attempt wide right from about 33, 34 yards. That's usually a point after try for Drew. So the Hawkeye defense comes out to try and get a hold here on Kaliakmanis and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 1st and 10. Actually, the line of scrimmage is the 22. That was the line of scrimmage on the missed field goal. Kaliakmanis throws on 1st down. Incomplete. Wicked hit by Lutmer as he really walloped the tight end Colin Weber as the ball arrived. That's a Big Ten tackle right there.
That was a huge shot. And once again, we sent pressure there to force. We didn't really get too much there, but we sent pressure to force a quick throw. Lutmer made a really good play on that, breaking up that ball.
Kaliakmanis just has not had time to look downfield. Hawks are sending pressure almost on every snap. Rushing 4, 3 linebackers. 2nd down 10. Raymond is the lone setback with Kaliakmanis. 4 wideouts, double slot. Kaliakmanis throws, caught underneath route at the 27. That's a gain of about 5 on a quick slant for Ian Strong. TJ Hall right there to screw him into the ground. They're going to give him about 6. Kaliakmanis and the Knights are 6 of 9 on 3rd down. Very, very good. They were 6 for their first 6, so yeah, it's improvement for the Iowa defense.
They definitely stepped up toward the last half of that 2nd quarter.
Here they are, 3rd and a long 4. The Hawks can get off the field. Audible call by Kaliakmanis and the coaching brain trust. 28-yard line of Rutgers. Pass incomplete. Great play. Great coverage by Zach Lutmer as he was glued to the backside of D.T. Sheffield, the senior, on a slot slant, and Zach stayed right with him and reached in with that right paw and knocked the ball away as it arrived.
And that was a huge job by him because we were in man coverage. He catches it. Our guys' backs are turned. We sent inside pressure too, so the slant was open, and he did a good job covering his guy and breaking up that play. Good start by the defense.
Another 3 and out for the Knights. Caden Weegan will get another shot, we hope. And Jacob Anderson will punt the ball. He showed fake, and they throw a flag. Now he ran out of the box, and as he let the ball go, he was run into. Now they're going to discuss this because he was way outside the boundary or the tackle box.
He becomes a runner at that point, in my opinion.
Now, if it's running into the kicker,
there is no foul.
Okay.
Running into the kicker. The kicker was outside the tackle box. The result of the play is a 1st down.
Give me that striped shirt, will you?
I will.
Just give me.
Immediate timeout.
Get off your knees. You don't have to pay homage. I mean, when I can figure it out,
yeah.
What is the guy doing throwing the flag? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what? At least he threw the flag, and they talked about it like gentlemen.
They picked it up.
They did the right thing.
Quality Big Ten officiating crew.
I love these
That's
guys.
where I was going with this.
They've been tremendous.
Hawks get the ball. Now, the problem was it hit and rolled deep into Iowa territory. It's like the line of scrimmage going to be down near the 20-yard line. So Rutgers got away with one there, but the Hawks get the football in a 21-all tie, 8.5 to go third quarter. This is Hawkeye football, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
She's on the 17, the 45, the 29, and she scores big cash prizes from the Iowa Lottery by matching her numbers to the winning numbers on the new Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket. Now she's entering for a chance to win an Ironman Suite experience at Kinnick Stadium, plus other fun VIP prizes. That's the best touchdown dance I've ever seen. Make the biggest play of the season today. Enter and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hawkeye football when play resumes. A honey of a Big Ten opener here in Piscataway with 8:37 to go. You know, Pat Anger, when you're the only show in town around the Big Ten, always get critiqued by our fellow play-by-play announcers, not only around the Big Ten but around the country. And it's all good. Don Fisher at Indiana, Matt LeFay at Wisconsin, Paul Keels at Ohio State. I know Will Tieman's not tuned in. Michigan State's out at is it USC or UCLA? They're playing on the West Coast tomorrow. And our buddy Wes Durham down in Atlanta, longtime voice of the ACC weekly game, football and basketball. Wes, longtime voice of the Georgia Tech Ramblin' Wreck. Got a text from the boys. They're all there saluting, or they want an Iron Bar salute. All right, Dolph's Iron Bar in Dubuque. Hi, gang. They've been there a few times. Of course, I had to comp the beverages. I was way off. That punt rolled out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So the Hawkeyes have got to run it out of trouble. And, of course, ganging up on the line of scrimmage are the Scarlet Knights, and not much for, I think it's Kamari Moulton still in there. It is. Taking some shots tonight. Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 10 at the 5. They give him a yard, actually. Got an injured Scarlet Knight. So thanks to all of our Big Ten broadcasting brethren listening in tonight, as well as those outside the league. We live for games like this. Close, exciting. Of course, we want our team to win.
Absolutely.
Let's see who's slow to get up. I believe it's one of the defensive tackles. Oliver Bellotti, I believe. They'll rotate 8-9 guys to the interior. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Iowa Corn. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for families, and clean burning fuel with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with unleaded 88. And don't fumble on safety, Hawk fans. Always remember to call 811 before you dig to prevent hitting underground gas lines. Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for natural gas safety tips. It was Oliver Bellotti, and thankfully he's walking off under his own power. By the way, TJ McGee from UMass is fine.
It's good to hear.
Rushed him off to the hospital across the street last week at Kinnick with an upper extremity injury, and they made sure his head and his shoulders were taped down nicely, not wanting to move any of his upper extremities. They kept him overnight. He checked out fine, and we wish TJ and UMass the best going forward. 2nd down, 9. Gronowski is going to need to make a play. He's standing at the goal line. Hawkeyes have 3 wideouts. one of those, Weegan goes in motion. They misdirection the play the other way, and Kamari on a cutback over right guard gets a couple. At the very best, Iowa faces 3rd down 7. Abram Wright, the linebacker, first to greet Kamari when he crossed the line of scrimmage. But some workable room now for Gronowski out to near the 8-yard line. Just put it in your quarterback's hands here, let him make a play.
I agree.
Near sellout crowd on blackout night. Sounding a lot louder than the 55,000 here. Out of the gun, here's Gronowski. Well, he's going to keep it, but nowhere to run. That was a design quarterback draw. And Gronowski got roughed up by defensive end Eric O'Neill and the other DN, Jordan Thompson. Now that Rutgers defense pins Iowa back, and now Reese Dakin needs to pump it long and hard to the other end of the field.
And I don't know for sure if that was necessarily a design run or not, but I think you're right, it was, but he did save us a safety.
Oh, here's a way short punt. Favorable bounce though for Iowa. Comes across midfield, will die at the 43-yard line of Rutgers. Reese standing on that back end line. Of course, it's a shorter distance from punt snapper to punter, and he rushed it out of there, and it wriggles across the 50 to the 43 of Rutgers. So advantage Rutgers on the exchange of punts. Timeout on the field. 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Still tied at 21, the Hawks and the Knights. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hey Hawkeyes, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Iowa t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Iowa in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
At the Machine Shed, it's all about making things from scratch. From our fresh-baked breads to serving real mashed potatoes. We source a variety of products from our community like locally grown sweet corn and garden fresh vegetables. A true dedication to the American farmer. We bake our own pies and our world-famous cinnamon rolls every morning. And you have to try our signature dessert, the apple dumpling. The Machine Shed doesn't do things the easy way, only the right way.
I-80 and Hickman Road, Urbandale. I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
Hey, Hawkeye fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Iowa football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's go, Hawkeyes! SeatGeek.
Hawkeye defense walks back out on the field. Rutgers and quarterback Athan Kaliakmanis. The first 7 drives of the night between these two teams, we had 6 touchdowns, 1 punt. The last 7 drives, 5 punts and 2 missed field goals.
Yeah, they're kind of figuring each other out here, and it's obviously it's showing.
That's what I call defensive adjustments. Yep. I like what Iowa's doing. They're sending an extra defender into the backfield and getting after Kaliakmanis. The linebackers and the safeties need to hold serve in the back end. Here we go, 1st and 10 Rutgers. At the Rutgers 43. A draw handoff to Raymond, and he is wrapped up in a hurry and slammed to the turf for no gain. Carson Shire held his ground. Rob Brooks has an update courtesy of U.S. Cellular on the Hawkeye sideline.
Yeah, Dolph, I just want to talk to you about the weather conditions down here. Obviously, it's been a perfect night for football. The wind was only about 6 miles an hour in the first half, but it has steadily increased here in the second half, and Iowa is going into that breeze coming out of the north. So the good news is we'll have the breeze at their backs coming the fourth quarter.
Good observation, Rob. Second down, 10, no gain. Rutgers at its own 43. Kaliakmanis out of the gun, straight back to pass, throws it deep, going long, and caught. Man, what a throw, what a catch deep in Iowa territory. Deshaun Lee couldn't cover him any better, and that was Ian Strong, their go-to guy. 16 catches the first couple weeks of the season. Missed last week. Boy, are they happy to have him back. Just a deep fade.
Yeah, Deshaun Lee was right there. He was underneath. He had his hand in there, played it perfectly, didn't panic. They just made a play.
Ball they spot at the 14-yard line of Iowa, 43 yards. Kaliakmanis, a perfect throw. Strong just stuck his hands out, and the ball was there. 14-yard line of the Hawks. Iowa has to stiffen. Here's Raymond trying to get to the outside. He's bowled over after a gain of a yard. Aaron Graves with, or no, that's not Aaron Graves, excuse me, that's Jonah Pace. He looks like Aaron Graves. Big man, Jonah, the transfer from South Dakota State. 6'5", 285. We got another injured Rutgers Scarlet Knight down over on the 10-yard line. That's offensive lineman Tyler Needham. Dante Chin, their starting left tackle's out tonight, so Needham is now shaken up. 21 all. Rutgers certainly in field goal range, facing second down and 8 when we come back at the Iowa 12-yard line. This is Hawkeye Football presented by Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford Tough Trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $3,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Check out Kubota's winning lineup. Visit KubotaUSA.com to find your local dealer.
Hi to everybody looking in on the Hawkeye YouTube channel. Pat and Dolph here in the booth at Rutgers. What a game. 21 all. Rutgers on a 43-yard pass play. Kaliakmanis to Ian Strong have it at the Iowa 12. Second down and 8 when play resumes. Hawkeye Football brought to you by U.S. Cellular is the official wireless partner of the Hawks. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days, your hands are for cheering, not texting. Because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Oh, we got them listening in all over the place as the signal reaches out deep into the night sky. Jennifer Hill, an Iowa Dental School grad, is listening from the Northern Cheyenne Indian Reservation in Lame Deer, Montana.
That's beautiful.
Jennifer, thanks for checking in. Hawkeye grads are everywhere. Eric's on vacation in the mountains of Pinewood Springs, Colorado. Larry in Chicago and Palatine is tuned in on the edge of his couch. Rooting the Hawkeyes on, and hi to Dan up in Holland, Michigan. All right, get together, collective cheers from all over the country for the Hawks. Aaron Graves is back in a tackle for pace. Merriweather also checks in. Second down, 8. Here's Kaliakmanis. Lobs it to the end zone. No good. Over the throw, or over the outstretched arms. of KJ Duff. That's one of those 50-50 balls. Threw it up there, told his receiver to go get it, but he had a little too much air under it, and TJ Hall was right there looking to pick it off.
They've challenged TJ Hall a lot, and he's come up in some big spots and made some great plays.
They might come back to that. Well, they got a tight end and 2 wideouts. Split wide to the right. Linebacker drifts over. That's TJ Hall's side. Hawks showing a late blitz by the safeties. Wampa, here he comes. Wampa chasing him down from behind. He gets rid of the ball. Caught at the 10, but falls down. The receiver does. Falls down. He actually loses a yard. That was Ja'Shawn Benjamin. Man, there was a whole lot of happy feet in that Rutgers backfield. Kaliakmanis running for his life as the X-Man was GPSing from behind and almost got to him. He dumped it off, and Benjamin caught the ball. When he went to turn upfield, he fell down, and Rutgers will try a field goal from 29 yards.
What you notice here with these blitzes, we're dropping our DN. So actually Max Llewellyn was in coverage there, and they did a good job forcing that short little throw, and Max running the ball. I'm sure he heard footsteps.
Jai Patel will try the 29-yarder.
Yes!
Hit the upright, and it's blocked. The Hawks have blocked it at the line of scrimmage. Oh, the Iowa defense and special teams making plays again tonight. And Rutgers is again turned away. And the Hawks are going to have the football. No damage done. We think it was Athan Kaliakmanis who came pouring through up the middle and blocked the would-be field goal attempt by Jai Patel. Man, have special teams been involved in this game on both sides.
That was such huge pressure by our guys up the middle, just all-out effort. That was a big play by Athan Kaliakmanis right there, and everybody in front.
Cedar Rapids Xavier stand up and take a bow as the incredible Herc.
Incredible Herc. I think
right over the long snapper.
I think I yelled a little too loud there. I apologize to your ears, everybody. I'm not excited.
He bowled over Michael O'Connor. Usually the long snappers aren't as big as the centers, and Kaliakmanis just mauled him and blocked the punt. So the Hawks have it out at the 22. Turn of events, we hope so. Gronowski to throw on first down. Pump fakes. Fake the throw. Now he's going to run the other way. 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's an element of the game the Hawks haven't had in a while. Brendan Sullivan could run, but not with that kind of authority.
What I love about that is we were taking a shot right there. We were looking downfield to take a shot on a quick change, tried to get the momentum continuing to go. And Mark did a good job seeing there was nothing there and getting the first down with his legs.
On a first down run of 11. 33-yard line of the Hawkeyes. Ty Washington, the tailback. Gronowski up under center, and whistles blow.
Timeout. Iowa, their first of the half. 30 seconds.
We'll keep it right here. The Hawks call timeout, 30-second timeout. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Third quarter. Didn't think I'd ever say we went through a scoreless quarter tonight. We got 3 minutes to score. You missed it. First 7 possessions by both these teams. 6 touchdowns, 1 punt. The last 7 possessions, now 8. We've had 7 punts, 3 missed field goals.
Yeah. and both these field goal kickers are solid. They're great.
Yeah, they're
excellent, accurate field goal kickers. And guys are bowling up, making a play. That was such a huge play for our defense right there. We're talking about turnovers, all that. That's a turnover. I'm counting that. That was so big.
Hawks needed that. They forced a field goal off the upright earlier in the game after a 5-yard false start penalty caused by Iowa special teams. All right, we're ready to go. First and 10, 33-yard line, timeout over. Here's a cutback left to right. Kamari Moulton. He's got so good at that cutback.
Yeah, he can see it really well, and our O-line's getting a good push. Let's grind this out, get some clock, get some time of possession, and just go down there and score on them.
That inside bull rush over left tackle and guard nets 4 to the 37. 2nd down, 6. Clock running with 2:49 to go on blackout night in Jersey. Eric O'Neill, the 260-pound senior, Staten Island. He's had a good game tonight. Gronowski's been up under center here in the last few plays. Logan Jones with the snap. They're going to run straight ahead. Big hole by Kamari. Oh, it closed down in a hurry. almost got free, but linebacker Daryl Jabome caught him from behind. He gets almost 4 again. Call it 3rd down 2. Ball across the 40 at the 41-yard line.
And that was a great open field tackle. If he doesn't make that, we're 12, 15 yards down the field. That was a good job by him coming up and filling.
Rob in Des Moines is listening. Hi, Rob. See if the Hawks get a first down here. Critical 3rd down call. Iowa 2 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. Bunch package to the right. Single receiver to the short side of the field. Blitz coming. Gronowski gets rid of the football. Caught. First down. Running loose is Caden Weegan. Almost slipped through an ankle tackle for the touchdown, but he's tripped up at the 40-yard line of Rutgers. Another big play to Caden Weegan.
I love that. Tight bunch. Get Weegan out into the flat. Make in space. Making plays with his legs. That was a great 3rd down call by Tim Lester.
Covers 17 yards to be exact. Weegan just slipped out of that bunch package. Quick square out to the right. Good protection for Gronowski there, too.
100%. Our O-line is doing a great job right now protecting Mark.
Hayden Large, who's been blocking the daylights out of his man tonight. He's in there for blocking purposes. Gronowski on a play fake comes to the short man. That's the tight end, Ortworth. Good move by Zach. And he wriggles free from the line of scrimmage tackle and gets 5 more. Jet Elad got enough to trip him up, but he got 3, 4, 5 yards he wasn't supposed to get. 2nd down 4. This is what you love to see this offense come up in 2nd down and short.
It's great, and they were actually looking for that big play there. They were looking for the Weegan on the go route and Phillips on the deep over, and he just hit the check down and was able to get some good yards on first down.
This is Iowa football. Run, pass, short pass if you have it, but the run game now starting to punch some holes in that Rutgers D-line. Here's a sweep to the left side, first down, cut back inside the 30 to the 26. A late flag comes in. Nathan McNeil on the carry. The true
Personal
freshman.
foul, face mask, defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
Cam Miller, the weak side linebacker, reached in and grabbed
Correction, half the distance to the goal.
Oh, yeah, that was blatant there. He turned his neck and his head around. And good job by McNeil hanging on to the football because they were grabbing and clawing at it. So that brings it from the 40. And with the penalty, half the distance to the goal, the Hawks are in the Case IH red zone. Get in the red zone with Case IH. From planning to harvest, Case IH equipment is built to get the job done long after the last play.
Of the third.
Visit caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks. We'll go away. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Iowa 21, Rutgers 21. Hawks on the move. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Today's agriculture demands expertise, and no lender delivers more ag expertise than Farm Credit Services of America. More than simply having the financial products and services you need to do business, we have the knowledge and commitment to help grow your business. From financing the next season to growing the next generation, we work to achieve your goals. We're Farm Credit Services of America. Call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Scoreless third quarter. We're sitting at 21-21, but the Hawks are gaining some momentum on this drive after another big special teams play, a blocked field goal attempt, a chip shot attempt that was blocked by Athan Herkett. The Hawks have taken the ball from deep in their own territory now, down inside the Case IH zone, inside the 20 Case IH red zone, to start the fourth quarter and get the lead. 100 years ago, one seed changed everything. Pioneer is proud to be the one you can count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer, the one that started it all. The number one seed to beat, the one for you. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Here he is. Pat's Fast Stats. What'd you think of that third quarter?
Well, it's interesting. You look at the first two quarters, 42 total points. Third quarter, 0 points by either team. Big one. Penalties were huge on that one. Rutgers has 5 penalties for 40 yards, and those came in a lot of really tough situations. Total first downs, Iowa's got 15. Rutgers has 14. Total yards, Iowa 242, Rutgers 306. Time of possession, we're gaining on that. We're at 20 minutes and 19 seconds. They're at 24 and 41. Red zone chances, this is huge. We're 2 for 2. Rutgers is 3 for 5. Now Pat Stats are brought to you by our friends at Nicolay Law. Nicolay Law is a proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. With local attorneys who put people first, they help injured Iowans fight the insurance companies and win what's fair. Injured? Get Nicolay. Call 1-855-NICOLET or visit nicolaylaw.com.
Hawks first and 10 at the Rutgers 18. Drew Stevens misfired on his last field goal attempt. Let's just get a touchdown.
Absolutely. I like where your head's
at. And drive the right way, huh? Gronowski, 10 of 14 for 133 yards. He scored a touchdown running the football. Here he is out of the gun to start the fourth quarter. Backs up, now escapes the pocket with pressure. He's at the 20, back into the end zone he goes with a pass and incomplete. He just, I think, threw that away. Dayton Howard, the sophomore from Kansas City, was the closest one to the football, and he had no chance. Now we've got another injured Scarlet Knight on the field, and he is not moving. He is grabbing at that right leg, that right knee. Boy, the injuries. Rutgers have really mounted up here in the second half. We're going to roll the. Somebody chasing Mark from the backside, the defensive end. I don't think anybody touched him. I think the knee or the leg just buckled, or he turned it and perhaps sprained an ankle. Let's hope it's not too serious. It's the linebacker, Moses Walker, who looped in from the weak side as Gronowski was flushed. Mark did the right thing. Throw it away, live for the next down.
Yeah, that was the guy that was blitzing at him, and Mark might have actually, how they say break their ankles. Mark might have actually broke his ankles there with a little wiggle move, and it was great for him to extend that play, and obviously he did the right thing and thrown it away as he escaped the pocket.
Well, let's hope not literally. Hawkeye Football is brought to you by SiriusXM. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. How about a travel with the Hawkeyes to Iowa's next road game? That would be in Madison at Wisconsin. Always a party at Camp Randall. And, of course, there's a Hawkeye huddle awaiting you in the Discovery Building on Saturday, October 11th. Now, they've not set the start time for the Hawks at Wisconsin. But why don't you plan on being there? Log on to SeatGeek if you don't have tickets. It's usually a sellout, whether it's north on 151 or south on 151 and Highway 1. Iowa, Wisconsin. We'd love to see you at the next Hawkeye huddle. Herky will be there, the cheerleaders, cash bar, usually some free munchies. Time for an Iowa Soybean Association scoreboard update as they tend to the injured Rutgers player, Moses Walker. What do you got, Swish?
late in the fourth quarter, Tulsa lead.
Cleaner, better, now. That's biodiesel. Find out more at iasoybeans.com. So join us in Madison for the next road game. Hawks are home for homecoming next week with Indiana, but work to be done here. Second down, 10 for Gronowski and the Hawkeyes. KJ Parker's come onto the field at a wide receiver. Hawks with a couple tight ends. Kamari Moulton gets the call. Big hole left side, and he squirms inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Another big hole by that Iowa offensive line. That time it was Bo Stevens leading the way.
Yeah, they are doing a great job up front, basically imposing their will on them. And what a great job setting us up in third and manageable right here.
Jet Elad, the safety, made the stop, but a gain of almost 6 for Kamari Moulton. The Hawks need a long 4 for the first down at the 4 and 8 for the touchdown. 21-21. Not quite a minute gone here in the fourth period. Rutgers will counter with a stacked line. 5 guys up front. Gronowski straight back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, throws low, and the ball's incomplete. Might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage. Oh, man, he had Zach Ortworth sneaking out the backside. He was standing alone at the 2, and the pass just never got to him.
Yeah, that's Iowa's historically. It's their red zone play right there. Fake the boot to the right, have the tight end go across the field the other way, and just could not get it to him. But, man, he was wide open, would have walked in for a touchdown.
Hawks will have to settle for a field goal try from 26 yards. Drew Stevens to tie Mike Meyer for second all-time with 61 total field goals. Here's the snap, the spot, and the kick is right through. That was a no-doubter for Drew Stevens. And Iowa regains the lead at 24-21. Timeout on the field. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Lennox. When it comes to heating and cooling your home, you need to turn to Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist for the best home comfort system you can possibly purchase. Thanks to our great Lennox dealers. Attaboy, Dave, founded in Marshalltown. But great Lennox dealers around the state. In Cherokee, it's Denny's Service. In the Quad Cities, Pat Anger's home area.
Oh, yeah.
They've got you covered with free heating in Davenport. Up in Mason City, it's Mechanical Air Systems. And out in the Lakes area in Milford, CW Suitor Services. Our buddy Lee F., no doubt, is tuned in tonight. And thanks to all of our Lennox dealers for their support of Hawkeye football. 24-21 Hawks. This is Hawkeye football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less growling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
For Iowa pig farmers, caring for animals and producing nutritious pork for our neighbors is more than a job. It's a way of life and a proud family tradition. It's also the foundation for our strong communities. The Iowa Pork Producers Association connects you with some of the hard-working Iowa families who share your commitment to animal care, environmental stewardship, and our communities. Meet the people behind the pork and hear how we care about Iowa, too. Learn more at iowapork.org/wecare.
Iowa Shields scoring drive. Would have loved to have seen a touchdown. Hawks settle for a field goal. 10 plays, 69 yards, 4 minutes and 45 seconds of clock time. And a 26-yard field goal by Drew Stevens gives Iowa a 24-21 lead over Rutgers. That's the first score by either team since the 8-minute mark of the second period, when both offenses started ablaze, including Caden Weegan and special teams with a 100-yard kick return for a touchdown. Hawkeye Nation, get your black and gold at Shields. We've got everything you need to get game day ready. Shields, located in Des Moines, Cedar Falls, Sioux City, and Iowa City. Shields brings you every Iowa Hawkeye scoring drive. Would have loved 7, Patrick. The Hawks will settle for 3 and now call on that defense that has been so good. By the way, Gronowski's last pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage by Ongoy. Zaire Ongoy. He's 6'3", 300-pound Irvington, New Jersey kid. And he proved for 300 pounds, he can still get up in the air.
Yeah, he's got some hops.
Just got a fingernail on it, and that caused it to fall at the feet of Zach Ortworth. Now the defense needs to handle Kaliakmanis again, who's been big time tonight. Here's a pass caught, quick out to the left sideline, near side, caught for nearly a first down. Ian Strong's been the favorite target. Xavier Wampa was right there. Wampa's chasing Strong on every snap now. Strong has caught 5 passes for 103 yards. He hasn't scored a touchdown. Here's a pass down the middle, caught and running free in space in Iowa territory. Tackled at the 38-yard line is Ian Strong again. Well, he probably wants the ball on every snap. Throw it my way.
Yes, our safety slipped on his break there. Otherwise, he would have been right there.
26 yards on that pass play. So that's 36 yards and 2 pass plays after the Iowa field goal. And now the Knights are on the move. 39-yard line of Iowa. 1st and 10. Athan Kaliakmanis with 1 setback. That's Raymond. And 4 wide receivers. All gifted. Here's the snap. Play fake. He's hit as he throws. The ball is caught again inside the 30 at the 27. And it's Ian Strong again. 3 straight catches for their star wideout. T.J. Hall was right there, but man, I'll tell you, Kaliakmanis has taken some shots as he delivers the ball. Jonah Pace got to him that time. That's another first down on a gain of 13. 12 to be exact, to the 27-yard line of Iowa. 3 pass plays, and they've moved over 50 yards. Here's Kaliakmanis again in the gun. Straight back to pass. 3-step drop. Going for it all, and incomplete. Well, he laid it out there beautifully for K.J. Duff, but just beyond his reach. Great coverage by Deshaun Lee. These Iowa cornerbacks, you can't cover any better than what they're doing without committing interference.
They're playing really hard. It looked like he had him beat there for a little bit, and Deshaun Lee caught up and was able to make a play on the ball. That was huge.
The junior from Belleville, Michigan, got caught with an interference play in the first half, but boy, he has really played solid for the better part of 2-3 quarters. 2nd down 10 for Kaliakmanis, and the Knights at the Iowa 27. Quick throw on a quick slant, caught, first down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. And once again, it's K.J. Duff. They came right back to him. Deshaun Lee had him all wrapped up, but now in the red zone is Rutgers. The drive continues. Started at their own 25. It's now reached the Iowa 17. They're thinking touchdown. Hawks got to hold them out of the end zone and force a field goal try. They've not run the ball once in this possession. Here's a pass, and on a slant, did he make the catch?
How did he catch that?
My goodness, that's Duff again. Duff or Strong, they keep going Strong, Duff, Duff, Strong. And he's slow to get up. He'll head to the sideline. But that's a gain of 8. 2nd down 2. T.J. Hall again on the coverage. I mean, Kaliakmanis is just throwing BBs.
Yeah, he's extremely accurate. I don't know how he caught that ball. That was such good coverage. He caught it with one hand.
2nd down 3 at the Iowa 10. They're going to run the draw handoff this time to Raymond. gets the first down inside the 5, cuts it to the outside, then it's thrown back. First and goal, Rutgers. Kaliakmanis on the night, 23 of 33, 306 yards. No touchdown passes, but man, has he been effective. He scored a rushing touchdown. And the former Minnesota Golden Gopher trying to beat Iowa for the first time in his career. They go with a quick snap. Here's Raymond again on a draw handoff. Gets outside, reaching for that goal line. And he's downed at the 1. Hard to bring down. Carson Shire prevented the touchdown for the moment. Ball will be at the 1-yard line. Second down and goal. Iowa 24, Rutgers 21. 10 minutes to go in the game. Jackson Rexroth comes back in for a little more bulk on the line. Lutmer comes out. Hawks almost held him on 4 downs earlier in the game. Kaliakmanis scored on a quarterback sneak. Let's see what they do here. Second down, goal at the 1. And they're going to run the ball straight ahead. Touchdown, Raymond. Boy, they made that look easy. Wow. Antwan Raymond scores from a yard away. Iowa falls behind. Rutgers regains the lead, 27-24. With 9:44 to play in the game. 9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And Rutgers went right down the field. They have a third down. I don't think they ever had a third down in that possession. I don't think so either. Maybe one. That's how smooth Kaliakmanis in that passing game has been. All of a sudden, they've recharged. Point after try by Patel is good. And the Hawks are down 4, 28-24 with 9:44 to play in the game. Hawkeye football is coming your way courtesy of Home 2 and Homewood Suites. The Hawkeye Radio Network crew stays. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite Homewood Suites. Iowa River Landing and Home 2 Suites. Hilton Hotels. Relax in spacious suites with kitchens. And enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour gym, a pool, hot tub, and more, perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. How about next weekend, homecoming and the Indiana Hoosiers? That's a 2:30 kick. Hawks have to play from behind again, trailing 28-24. We're back to Rutgers with 9:44 to go in just a minute. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Leaders know there's no guide to greatness. When everyone else says something can't be done, they know it only hasn't been done yet. True leaders weather the fiercest storms and look deep within themselves to rise above and help others find their way forward. At Great Southern Bank, we're proud to partner with visionaries that help raise the tide for all of us. And when you're ready to bring your vision to life, we'll be right behind you with award-winning support.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quickstar today.
Iowa football when play resumes. Hawks trail at 28-24 here at Rutgers. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye football. Hi to Tom and his family, Ryan, Wendy, and Tracy, all tuned in tonight. As are the Foxes, the Fox family watching on TV, muted the sound. They're listening to Dolphin Pat. Well, thank you, Fox family. Rob Brooks is on the Hawkeye sideline, courtesy of U.S. Cellular.
Well, Dolph, this offense has shown a lot of confidence here on the sideline. Got to answer the bell again like they did in the first half for Rutgers. Moses Walker, I don't think he's going to be back. He walked off very gingerly that last drive, and then still nose tackle Oliver Bellotti has not returned, so let's see what the Hawks can do.
Well, it's a short kick, and taken on the far side, fumbled, and then fallen on by the Hawkeyes. Obviously, it wasn't Caden Weegan. They kicked away from Caden. And Terrell Washington, who's got blazing speed, well, he camped underneath it. I think Ty just took off before he secured the ball. He's not used to being back there, or at least making kick returns. So thankfully, he got on the ball at the 20. Hawks need a touchdown for the lead. 9:40 to go. Clock not an issue yet. Sam Phillips splits wide left. Single receiver to the right. Here's Gronowski rolling out to the right side. Throws upfield. Caught. Nice catch by Jacob Gill. Beautiful route running by Jake Gill, the former Northwestern Wildcat. Grabs it for a first down across the 30-yard line.
That was a great, accurate throw on the run by Mark, and good job by Jacob Gill getting back to that first down marker.
This has been a shootout. I mean, Rutgers is at 381 total yards. Hawks are at 250 for the moment. Gronowski needs to take his team downfield. Offset eye for the Hawks now. A rare sight, two running backs. Gronowski under center. Gives the ball to Kamari Moulton. He cuts through a hole off left tackle and pirouettes his way across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5, maybe 6 on first down.
That was a tough run by Kamari, and we're wearing them down right now up front. Let's keep this running game going.
Another injured Rutgers Scarlet Knight down at the 32-yard line. Looks like Bradley Weaver. They've lost 2 defensive ends tonight. And that is Trevor Locke's and Bo Stevens' side. This offensive line is, I mean, they were good at the start of the year. They're really molding into a total unit right now.
Yeah, I definitely think as far as our offense goes and position groups go, they are by far our best one. They are tough. They are physical. They're mean. They're aggressive. They're blocking downfield. They're definitely the heart and soul of our team right now.
5 yards for Kamari Moulton. His return to the lineup, he's had a solid night. 11 carries, 44 yards, a touchdown run. And he's caught 3 passes for 21 yards. They hope to have Xavier Williams back. McNeil's had a nice run tonight. Jazz Patterson, you heard Robbie say he probably won't return, nicked up. He was a little wounded coming into this game. And they continue to tend to defensive end Bradley Weaver. Hawkeye football brought to you tonight by Flight Funds. You too can help out college athletes at Iowa. It's a new era of college sports. You can make a real difference. Flight Funds supports Hawkeye student athletes. You can give online to support our 600-700 athletes. Give online at hawkeyesports.com/flight-funds. hawkeyesports.com/flight-funds, or round up your concession purchase the next time you're at Kinnick. And let's help the Hawks soar. Weaver helped off the field. Iowa has 2nd and 5 at the Iowa 36-yard line. Phillips wide to the left. Caden Weegan to the short side of the field. 2 running backs. Here's Gronowski. They blitz. Mark runs away from pressure. Now he's going to go down, and a sack back at the 32-yard line. Well, they just outnumbered the Hawks up front that time and sent everybody. Jordan Thompson got in there, forced him back to the inside. And the Scarlet Knights, Cam Miller, finished him off, the defensive back. Hawks are 3 of 8 on third down. They go from 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 12. Loss of 7. Gronowski in the gun will try and make a play here. Keep the ball. He's rolling out right. Hit as he throws and nearly picked off. Now we have a flag at the end of the play. Jacob Gills claiming he was held, and they might get Cam Miller for the second time tonight. Gronowski had nowhere to go with that football.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 21. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
No, it's not on Cam Miller. Our apologies to Cam. It's on El Shadi Salam, the cornerback on the other side. So that hold occurred away from the pass. That had to be Sam Phillips' side. That's a 6th penalty on Rutgers for 60 yards. Oh, what a break for the Hawks on 3rd and 12.
And that's one of the things that having Mark being able to extend those plays, it makes the secondary nervous. Guys are moving around, getting open.
Yeah, great point. Great point.
That's when you grab them. That's when you hold them.
So a new set of downs for the Hawks, 42-yard line of Iowa. A new life for Gronowski and the good guys, trailing 28-24. They're showing blitz. They're coming. Moulton tries to run away from it and does a good job getting across the 45 up to the 47. Kaj Sanders brought him down, but a whole lot of something out of nothing there for Kamari Moulton. He's got that terrific first step and cutback.
Yeah, it was a great first down run, and it seems like every time Kamari gets hit, he's gaining 2 or 3 more yards every single time.
Always falling forward, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You got 4 there. 2nd down 6. That's manageable. Hawks sent a running back out wide right. Empty backfield for Gronowski. That's Washington. Mark with time. He's going to air it out. He's got Dayton Howard out there, and it's caught. Great catch by Dayton Howard inside the 15. Welcome to the party, young sophomore.
Great go route, went up there and touched and grabbed it. Great throw by Mark. I love that we're taking shots here in these positions.
6:55 and counting, and the Hawks are in the Case IH red zone again. 42 yards on the hookup. Gronowski. Man, he threw it from center field to home plate there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And what a good job by Howard going up there and making a catch. We've been talking about needing him in the pass game because his size is so good and his athleticism is so good. That was a huge play for Iowa.
And he did a great job of hanging on to the ball with one arm as he landed hard on the ground. Here's Gronowski on a quarterback keeper. 10-5 goal line. Down he goes at the 1. The Hawks are denied the touchdown, but Gronowski with a great sell of a counter draw handoff. To Nathan McNeil, the freshman. He went one way. Gronowski kept the ball, went the other, and only Jet Elad saved the touchdown.
And he also had another option there. He was running option with Weegan as well too. So that's a really nice little concept Lester's running.
11 yards on the pickup. 12 maybe at the 1 yard line. 2nd down goal. Hawks need a touchdown. And here's a quarterback keeper. Touchdown Gronowski. Touchdown Iowa. He sold inside run with Kamari Moulton because it has been successful all night. And he just walked into the end zone to the right side. Nobody home. Everybody caved inside defensively, and the Hawks regained the lead.
They had the Rutgers defense completely fooled. Really great play calls. These last 3 play calls, phenomenal job by Tim Lester. Great job by the offense executing.
Mark Gronowski, 12 of 18 for 186 yards. And now his 2nd rushing touchdown on the quarterback keeper. Now the all-important point after try. And the boot is up and through by Drew Stevens. Hawks regain the lead, 31-28. I know I don't have to tell you don't go away, but don't go away. 5:39 to go. Now that well-documented, highly praised Iowa defense, you know what they're thinking. We got 1-2 major stops left in us. Let's get the ball back and the lead. This is Hawkeye Football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
100 years ago, one seed changed everything. In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. The one that started it all, the one that still turns heads, and the one that grows the future. This year, we celebrate a century of innovation. One big milestone made possible by one moment, one farmer, 100 seasons. See how it all began at pioneer.com/100.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation Event now. Yep, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon ends September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
It's been a thriller. It's been a showstopper here in the Big Apple tonight. Not quite the Big Apple. Across the river in Piscataway, New Jersey, the home of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Iowa 31, Rutgers 28. Well, we've been talking about Tim Lester's offense, what he wants to do for going on 2 years now. And he keeps getting pieces like Dayton Howard, Iowa's lone 6'5" receiver. Rutgers has 3 of them. And he continues to build it, but he's not afraid to take shots downfield with this quarterback, Gronowski, and we saw it on that scoring drive.
And I love the aggressiveness. They're 3 calls, extremely good, taking shots. The run plays with Mark, so good, keeping this defense guessing. And you got a quarterback that you can trust. You got receivers who are bought in. You've got an O-line who are studs. And I like the position we're in with the defensive guys we got to make a big stop here.
And now you know what Phil Parker's saying. Come on, boys.
Yep.
This is our game to win.
Yep.
Come on, defense. Get the ball back. That Shields scoring drive. 7 plays, 80 yards with Gronowski at the throttle. 4-minute drive by the Hawks. Ends in a Gronowski keeper, his second rushing touchdown of the night. But the big play, a 42-yard fade pattern, pass play, Gronowski to the young sophomore Dayton Howard. That put the Hawks inside the red zone. Here's Stevens' kick well beyond the intended target. There was no intended target. The only target back watched it sail over his head out of bounds. So it's a 25-yard line for the Scarlet Knights, who trail 31-28 with 5.5 to go in the game. Hawk Nation, get your black and gold at Shields. They've got everything you need to get game day ready. Visit Shields, located in Iowa City, Cedar Falls, Des Moines, and Sioux City. Well, it may be tense, but it sure has been fun.
Yeah.
Watching,
yes,
calling this game with
absolutely
touchdowns from every direction. But now the Hawks need a big stop defensively. Lutmer sneaks up to the line, showing blitz. He backs off. Kaliakmanis. I've said that name enough tonight. Kaliakmanis fired a deep sideline pattern, but well over the intended arms of, or the intended reach of Ian Strong, who's had a big night. He's their favorite target. He's got 8 catches, 150 yards. And that one was way off target, but you can bet he's going to come back to him.
And what made that play was TJ Hall sinking in on that corner route to be able to make the quarterback kind of throw it a little bit high.
2nd down, 10. Hawks rushing 4. Middle linebacker Shire comes up, now backs off. They fake the pass, and a run goes nowhere. Maybe a yard gain. Tried to squeeze in between center and right guard, did Antwan Raymond. Jaden Harrell came up and filled the gap nicely.
Yes, he did. Brian Allen, Jonah Pace did a really good job, too, filling in right there. That was a huge 2nd down stop.
How big is this? 3rd down, almost 9, a long 8. They are 0 for their last 5 on 3rd down. 6 for 6 in the first half. Kaliakmanis in the short gun with a running back and 3 wideouts. He's going to be looking for one of those 6'5" guys. He's hit as he throws the ball. It's up in the air and intercepted. Up in the air and picked off. I think it was Brian Allen who looped in from the left wing and drilled Kaliakmanis as the arm was cocked and coming forward, and the pass is intercepted in Rutgers territory.
The Doughboys are back. That was so huge by Brian Allen coming off the edge, making a big play, forcing a tough throw. Good job by them getting off the field on third down. Such a big play by our defense that we've been wanting all game.
Wasn't Brian Allen? It was Ethan Hurkett. Who else?
My man, the incredible Herc.
He's got a block punt and now a grab of the arm of quarterback Kaliakmanis, which caused the ball to go straight up in the air and into the waiting arms of Jackson Rexroth. How about that? A Cedar Rapids Xavier duo teaming up for the deflection. A near quarterback sack, but we'll take the pick by Jackson Rexroth.
Man, that was such a big play by Iowa defense. They came up huge with that blocked field goal, came up huge with that interception.
Keep that running game going. Go down and stick it in the end zone. Multiple tight ends for the Hawkeyes at the Rutgers 35-yard line. Big hole off the right side. Still going for the first down is Kamari Moulton. What a welcome back reunion for Kamari Moulton.
He's been so huge for us all game, and our O-line has led the way for him tremendously.
Logan Jones and Bo Stevens. John Deere Caterpillars bulldoze a hole open for Moulton to run for 11, maybe 12. Caught it 11, the ball down at the 24-yard line, clock running. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Iowa trying to seal the deal with another touchdown off the turnover. They're showing blitz. Gronowski's going to keep the ball. Squirms through a couple would-be tacklers. Gets inside the 20. Down to the 15-yard line. Abram Wright may have saved the touchdown there. The middle linebacker tripped up Gronowski just enough. The Hawks again are in the Case IH red zone. Gronowski's been unbelievable. He wants the ball. He wants to run the football.
He's a playmaker. He's a competitor. And that was just a follow, just a play-action follow there where he followed the running back through the hole.
Second down, less than a yard. He gets 9 officially. And the clock continues to motor on 3:25 to play. Hawks have 2 timeouts left. Rutgers has all 3. Gronowski going to keep him in his hands again. Cutback has the first down. Gets to the 10-yard line. The Hawks are certainly in field goal range. But a field goal only puts them up 6. They need a touchdown.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they're knocking at the door right there. And like you said, Mark wants the ball. They gave him the ball right there. Put it in your stud player's hands.
Zaire Angoy and Jordan Walker, the defensive end and nose tackle, get Gronowski on the ground, but not before he got the first down. Rutgers calls, did they call a timeout? I thought they did.
The player's helmet fell off.
All right, so no timeout. And of course, they have the 2-minute warning coming up with 2:56 to play. Clock starts. Now 2:50 remaining in the game, and the Hawks will use as much of that time as they possibly can. 31-28 Iowa. This has been a firecracker of a Big Ten opener. Man, M80, I guess, would be a better term. Hawks wing a tight end, Von Ame to the right. Kamari Moulton's in the backfield. He gets the call, heads to the outside. He's got room if he can get the corner turn. Stiff arms the defender. Gets down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Iowa. Bo Masco saved the touchdown for the moment.
Timeout, Rutgers. They're first of the half.
Rutgers spends the timeout. They have 2 remaining. 2:22 to play in the football game, and the Hawkeyes, let's see where they put down Moulton's knee. He reached for the 1-yard line. Now they say he's going to be down at the 3. Second down, less than a yard to go. You couldn't draw it up any better, buddy boy.
And what I see on this field, just complete grit by our O-line. That last play, Moulton breaking out to the outside, was broken by Jacob Gill and his tough block. No receiver blocks tougher than Jacob Gill. It's guys fighting together, guys coming together, and this team is hungry, and I love to see them come back and dominate this end of the game.
Moulton was 68 yards on 14 carries, a 5-yard average against a defense that's ganging up on you at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they've been loading the box, and our guys, like you said earlier, they've been answering the bell.
Well, we know the kind of shape Iowa's in, and it's paying off right now. The ball inside the 2 and the 1, second down and a half a yard for a first down, not quite 2 for the touchdown. Iowa leading 31-28. Moulton and Gronowski in the backfield. Logan Jones with the gun snap. Howard goes in motion. And it's Gronowski on a keeper. Gronowski fight for the goal line. He's at the goal line. Did he get in? Don't see a signal yet. That's okay. Keep the clock running. It should be enough for a first down. Clock is stopped. The ball, the nose of the football is on the goal line. It is a first down. First and goal inside the 1. Rutgers uses its second timeout with 2:16 to play.
I love the push we're getting, and hey, not a bad play. Not a bad play. Not so bad. Not getting in the end zone. We're going to score right here and stop Rutgers when they get the ball.
2-minute warning will come here in just a minute, courtesy of ExploreMinnesota.org. Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your Star of the North getaway at Explore Minnesota. Order your travel guide at ExploreMinnesota.com. The Gophers will be in Kinnick later this year. What a schedule.
I love it. What an opportunity for these guys.
This Rutgers team is going to win some football games.
They're tough.
Hopefully not tonight. The Hawks need a half a yard for a first down. Gronowski up under center. And he's going to try and go in himself. He does! Touchdown, Gronowski. Touchdown, Iowa. And the Hawks extend the lead to 37-28. Point after try upcoming. Mark Gronowski, a heralded passing quarterback, over 10,300 yards. But man, can he run the football. 6'2", 230 pounds. That's not a secret. We were telling people all spring and summer, this guy has run for a bunch of touchdowns.
He's physical, he's competitive, and in big-time situations, he wants the ball, and he makes those plays. But super impressed with him and the whole offense today and the way that they've come together.
Try for point after by Drew Stevens right through, and the Hawkeyes go up 10, 38-28 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to play in the game. Big play by the Iowa defense. Herkett causing the pop fly, deflected pass, intercepted by Jackson Rexroth. And that leads to this Iowa touchdown. The Shield scoring drive, 35 yards, 6 plays. The Hawks use 2:04 of the clock. And Mark Gronowski with his third rushing touchdown of the night. Gronowski, 55 yards, 13 carries, and 3 touchdowns. Moulton has a rushing touchdown as well. Gronowski's thrown for almost 200 yards. The Hawks now with 350 yards of offense. Rutgers with 383. Rutgers has thrown for 306. The Hawks have run for 166.
This has been a really fun game to call, Gary. These guys have battled, they've competed, and I love how our guys came together. And hopefully we can finish this.
Look for Rutgers to try and return one. Down 2 scores with 2:14 to go. So, Drew, feel free to kick it into row 15 beyond the south goal post. It's a high end-over-end kick, fair caught right at the goal line. Rutgers will have it first and 10 at the 25. Now the Hawks need one more stop to salt it away and get their first Big Ten victory on opening night. It's been an enthusiastic Rutgers crowd. Greg Schiano has been imploring his fans, the fan base, to come on out. You know, when you're in a major metro area with 20 million people, there's a lot of ways to spend your entertainment dollar, but Rutgers under Schiano is showing they belong in the Big Ten. Now the Hawks need to get a stop. Kaliakmanis in the gun. retreats from center, throws, and a pass well underthrown. Again, can't say enough about these defensive backs tonight. Jalen Watson was in there that time for the Hawkeyes. He was in coverage. And if anybody needs a breather or deserves a breather, it's those Iowa cornerbacks. Deshaun Lee and T.J. Hall.
They've done a great job. I mean, there's been some tough positions, tough plays they've been in. They've bowed up and they've competed all game.
T.J. still in there. Jalen Watson on the right side for Lee, or for Deshaun Lee, yes. T.J. Hall still in. Kaliakmanis with room, throws, caught, and running in open space across the 45 to the 48 is K.J. Duff. There's so many options at wideout. Duff 6'6", Strong is 6'4". T.J. Hall trailing him, made the stop at the 49-yard line of Rutgers. So that's a first down when we come back from the 2-minute warning, brought to you by ExploreMinnesota.com. Iowa on top 38-28. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
What a view! There's hiking. I love how pretty all the different colors and layers. And then there's fall hiking in Minnesota. That's gorgeous. Minnesota is a hiker's paradise. Plan your trip at ExploreMinnesota.com.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Entertain your clients or employees each home game in Hawkeye Village. Presented by Navigate Wellbeing Solutions. Packages include game tickets and catered food and beverage. Visit HawkeyeSports.com for more details. As a proud partner of Hawkeye football, Navigate Wellbeing Solutions is an employee engagement company helping organizations create more health and happiness in the communities they serve. Learn more at NavigateWell.com.
I love Minnesota.
This is Hero Gravel. The lamps on bluffs, incredible.
Minnesota is a cyclist stream. Here's the good part. Plan your trip at ExploreMinnesota.com.
That was a fun ride.
Stay with us for the U.S. Cellular postgame show. We hope to recap a big Hawkeye victory. Iowa leading 38-28, but this high-octane, quick-striking Rutgers offense is on the move. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of Rutgers. Kaliakmanis, Athan Kaliakmanis, 18. It led to an Iowa short drive for a touchdown that put them up 10. But they're throwing it. They're not interested in the running game right now. They know they're 2 scores down. They're going to fill the air with footballs. Here we go. 1st and 10, 49-yard line of Rutgers. The snap to Kaliakmanis. Hawks get some pressure on him. He throws over the middle. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off by Zach Lutmer. He's been all over the field again tonight.
He's done a really good job. He's been challenged as well, too, and he's came up really big in the second half making plays.
D.T. Sheffield was the intended target. A slot slant. Now the Hawks crowd that line of scrimmage. Here's Kaliakmanis. Grab, sack, down he goes, way back at the 41-yard line. Ethan Hurkett again. He has been a superstar tonight.
Yes,
a blocked field goal attempt, a deflected pass that led to a pick, and now a big sack courtesy of Mershman Seeds. It's 3rd down, 17. Kaliakmanis throws it away. That was a very nervous pass as he threw it beyond the reach of Ian Strong. And on 4th down and 17, the Hawks need one more stop.
We're doing a good job. We're running TE stunts. So our D tackle is picking for our DN, and on that sack, it really caused him some trouble.
38-28 Iowa. The clock down to a minute 34. And the Scarlet Knights are down to their last gasp. 4th down and 17.
Come on, boys.
Hawks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys deep. They'll give the underneath stuff. And he's probably going to go deep. They bunch 3 receivers right side. Steps up in the pocket. Here comes the pass. It is incomplete. Knocked away. Deflected away. Great coverage again by those secondary people. This time TJ Hall with the deflection. Intended for Ian Strong. And the Hawks take over with 1:28 to play, and Rutgers with 1 timeout remaining.
I'm so impressed, and I'm so proud of these guys for bowing up, making plays when they need to make plays. They deserve this win. They really did a great job today adjusting and competing.
You talk about throwing the gauntlet down, taking a stand in the dirt on the road.
Yep.
I mean, punched in the nose after Weejan's 100-yard touchdown on the opening kick. Rutgers came right back and scored, ultimately took the lead by 7, but the Hawks never let them get out of their sights.
One of the things that's interesting, too, is we talked about Rutgers has scored 30 points or above in the last 7 games. They're at 28 today.
They're legit.
Yep.
The Hawks are going to hold them under 30. Gronowski takes the snap back, now takes a knee. And the clock rolls. Now will Rutgers use the final timeout that they have? They have no other way to stop the clock. Gronowski loses 5 or 4. That's okay. Hawks are going to get to 3-1 on the season. Big road victory at Rutgers. All kinds of adversity in that first half. Kaliakmanis was spot on with his throwing arm, but the Iowa defense over 4 quarters made big plays in the second half, forced a couple turnovers, blocked a field goal, and the Hawks are home free in 1 more minute. Gronowski takes a knee. Hawks will have to snap it 1 more time. Well, Hawk fans, and there's a bunch of them here, with tonight's victory, you win 6 free wings for the next 2 days at any Iowa Buffalo Wild Wings location. That's right, with every Hawkeye football victory this season, you win with Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit HawkeyeSports.com/BWW for more details. Well, whoop it up, Hawks. Iowa wins it 38-28. Kirk Ferentz and Greg Schiano have a hug and a handshake for each other at center field. And we're off to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. Great victory for Iowa football tonight. And back home for Indiana and homecoming next weekend. A 2:30 start Saturday afternoon. More on that later on in our postgame coverage. Stay tuned for the U.S. Cellular postgame show. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game day, your hands are for cheering, not texting. Because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular built for